Hello. Happy Sunday, all. How are we? Hello. You know, if there's one thing that I've learned as a. Oh, that is not what I wanted to play. Oh my God, get out of here. Um, if there's one thing that I have learned as a content creator, I have learned how to deal with problems, like issues that all of a sudden just pop up. Something stops working, it turns off, whatever it might be, such as my chat not connecting to my bot, completely just not connected. Out of nowhere, it just decides to stop. But I've had it happen in the past, so I know how to deal with it. You'd rather not deal with it ever, but we figured it out though. All right, cool. Cool. Hey, what up, Taboo? Ribs, Splats, hello. How we doing? Tech time. No. I've already figured it out. Nope. Disconnected it, reconnected it, did all that jazz. All is well. Yeah, we're good. It's connected. We're good. Yeah, we're retro today. Yeah. How's it going? Guardians, hello. It's Vaughn. Hello. Shriek. What up, homie? Hope everyone is well. Per the usual, it was not planned. This has happened many times now. We're playing with Doc today, and we made this plan, I think, 15, 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Love the start screen. Thank you, Savage. The artist did an amazing job. I just had an idea, and they helped. Xenos, hello. Doc hasn't had any coffee. Oh, no. I need him alert. Quick, Mayor, go badger him to drink coffee. I'm on cup number 2. Finished overtime at work and ready for lunch. Nice. How's the morning been? The morning's been good. Hanging out with the fam. The kids were upstairs watching a endless amount of Disney POVs, which I was totally fine with. He doesn't have any in his house. Tell him to go find some beans. Hey, Dylan, how are you? You're on 3. Damn. I don't know if I ever do 3. If I do, it's rare. Doc apparently has all the mugs near him, too, at his desk. Okay, so, I mean, I'm sure there's enough left in those mugs that if he combined them all together, he would have a cup. Your sister's obsessed with the Disney POVs. You know, I never actually saw Tiana's. I've never seen that ride. We never rode. It's been open for like a year, but like I've never been on it. But I've also never seen a POV of it. So I saw that for the first time today. Yeah, Pedal, welcome in. Moose, thank you for the 10 months. Truthful, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you guys for the follows. Hello. Rockin' Life, no coffee. No, I need coffee. I've cut back on caffeine a crap ton, but coffee is still existent. That is still there for me. Yeah, Irish, hello. Woke up to my partner putting coffee on the nightstand. You know, not all heroes wear capes. Some carry coffee cups to your nightstand. Gamer, I'm doing well, friend. I am doing very well. I hope you're good too. Yeah. Coffee's your fuel. Let's go. Truthful, I appreciate it, man. You have a strawberry. Oh, that sounds good. One of the best way to end the weekend. Oh, you stop it. Third cup will be my last cup today. Oh, okay. See, I don't mind having coffee later in the day because it doesn't like, I feel like it doesn't hurt my sleep schedule, but I definitely have an endpoint where I don't drink anymore. Not even decaf. That's cheating for me. Like, I feel like there's no point in drinking decaf. I understand that that's not, I know some people love coffee so much that they want the taste, even if they don't want the caffeine. I'm not drinking coffee just for the taste. So yeah, out of K-cups. Oh no. See, we solved that problem ourselves. So first of all, our friend makes her own coffee, which is awesome. Gaga, hello, friend. Dylan, thank you for the sub. Our friend they make their own coffee. So we buy coffee directly from her, which is awesome. But we wanted to find a way because I don't want to make a pot every time. Like my wife might not want coffee and I might want coffee. So we got those refillable K-cups. Dude, those are awesome. Cleaning them sucks a little bit, but you just get a little guy to swirl around in there and clean it up. Taking the coffee and filling that little refillable K-cup, It's been awesome. I love it. When we both want coffee, I make it in the pot. French press supremacy. Okay. All right. I get coffee for free since my father works for Folders. Oh, get out of here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Coffee's a must. I have a Ninja that can brew 1 cup or a whole pot. I have a duo. So I've got it's K-cup and also a pot, which is awesome. I love. Hi, Slow. Mr. Slow. Oh, my God. They have reusable ones for Nespresso now, too. I've seen that. I have seen that. But yeah, it's been great. I love it. You're a hot chocolate person. Hey, whatever floats the boat, you know? All right, we're going to go ahead and get Phas open. I know that Doc is in the midst of a game right now. I will be ready for whenever he has done this run. we're not going to rush him. We're not going to say, I'm going to let him finish his game while we chat. And then once he's done, we will join in. Yeah. Mr. Slow, how's it going, sir? How is everything going? Death Goddess. Thank you for the 6 months. Oh, thank you for pushing the buttons, friend. Running on fumes and bad decisions and a ton of caffeine. A person. Cookie Lady, that's pretty great. Listen, you know, we all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses. Sometimes our strengths are our weaknesses. I think it's fine. Yeah, games. Listen, this is not the first time. This will never be the last where Doc and I have a spontaneous collaboration. Minutes before going live or minutes after going live. Because there's certain days that like, I don't have a plan per se. I'm going to go live and like Phas, for example, I'm just going to go live and play Phas because I want to, because I enjoy it. But then it's like, oh, you're playing. Oh, I'm me, you, me, him, you, me. And then we play. Last night, I played Hunt Showdown for the first time ever. Yeah. Rifton, thank you for the follow. Lost Valkyrie, welcome in. Are blurps broken? Are they broken? Oh no, not again. Are they broken again? Oh no, don't say that. Hi, Coca, welcome in. Nash, thank you for the 17 months. Damn. Time moves, man. Our friends are obsessed with Hunt Showdown. Yes. You don't see the blur button. What? 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 Let me see if I see it myself. I see it. I see it right there. Yeah. I'm on mobile. Like, I'm pulling it up on my phone to be able to see it. But I see the button. Got done eating brunch, eggs with ketchup, bacon, yummy pancakes too. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm not a big ketchup on eggs guy. But you're on mobile too? I see it. Yeah, if you look where it says chat, literally where the word chat is, above the chat, to the right. To the right should be the blur button. It's working. Thank you. Thank you, Echo. Thank you, Withering Witch. Thank you. Our testers. You see it on iPad. Okay, I see it too. I would try closing down the app and reopening the app. A classic turn it off, turn it back on might be what you need. Ghost Gambling? No. If I ever am, you'll see it in the title. Yeah. It's something I do very rarely because I don't like doing it all the time. It's usually top of chat or next to the chat box. Right. If you're on desktop, then it should be to the right. If you're on mobile, you should see it right next to the word chat. It's insane how often it fixes. Literally the first thing I do ever, especially if I'm on an iPhone or an iPad, like if I'm on a device like that, a mobile device, I shut the app down and open it back up. It solves 70 to 80% of the problems. Cookie Lady, thank you for the biddies. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So we're going to chat here for a minute and hang out while he finishes up his map. He told me, he said to let him know. He said to let him know when we were ready. So I figured what we would do is we wait till it gets a little bit closer. And then he said, send someone over from chat to say that we are ready. So we can do that here soon. Again, he's still finished, like read the room. If you see him still like going on with the investigation, he's not quite done yet. Wait a second. Let him breathe. Yeah. How's Sunday? It's going well, friend. How are you? Royal, thank you for the 21 months. I am doing well, friend. He has a stinky? Oh no. Is it actually like a spirit or you mean like a ghost that's not giving information? Hey, Froggy, how are you? Oh, by the way, the whole surprise, the whole surprise merch thing that we are talking about, I'm waiting for it to get to me first for quality control so I can make sure that I approve before I release. I try to do that. The only time I don't do that, or sometimes when I don't do that, might be with a shirt because I know that the quality is good. But with some other things, I have to be sure. Yeah. Thank you, Royal. Shut off, turn it on. First thing I'm told to do if I'm having mechanical issues with my city bus when I'm working. Wait, what? Oh, they tell you to turn the bus off and turn it back on? Does it work? While we were at check for multiplayer? Oh, no. No, if anything, you know what? I don't like to do that too close back to back. If I'm ever going to check for that stuff, I like to do it very randomly. Yeah, I feel like if I'm on their radar to be watching me to see if I'm going to go look at them, then I don't want them to know when I'm coming. So I'll do it off stream sometimes. And I'll do it not under my name. I have a second Steam account. Yeah. So I just pop in, don't say a damn word. They ask if I want a level, blah, blah, blah. I get what I need and I leave. And then the best part is that they think they're safe. They think that, well, I can change my name and do all these things and they're never going to find me. Unfortunately, player logs have every single bit of information that is needed to get that account removed. So their idiocracy cost them dollars. Yeah. Tay, thank you for the 4 months. Swig, thank you for the gifted. Seb, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So yeah, they're not worth the time. Yeah, they're not worth the time. That's sneaky. It is what it is. Don't be such an asshat. Excited to watch play with Doc. Court, it's always a blast playing with Doc. Always a blast. I think he's getting hunted. Hey, Curse, how are you? Thank you all so much for all the loves. I appreciate you always. Always and forevers. All right, my chat window's being weird. Let me reopen it. Yeah, it's not refreshing. Don't they usually use... Oh, I don't know, Arch. Yeah, I don't care. It's always great. It's always a blast, man. It's always so fun. Why aren't you working? Oh, there we go. It was being a poo-poo. It was being a poo-poo. Truthful, thank you for the gifted. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all for the hype train, man. Happy to finally be able to catch a stream. Welcome in. Bassland. Thank you for the subs, friend. Drifter, hello. Have you had a toilet steak recently? I had a steak yesterday, but it wasn't a toilet one. Yeah. Katie, thank you for the gifted. Y'all are so kind, man. Thank you so much. Not all heroes wear games. It is always a blast. I love playing with all of my midnight homies, my set the tone homies. They're always so much fun to play with. I'm looking forward to finding more games for us to check out. Maybe some new. We've been waiting for new game. Like, obviously we love playing Phas, and that's not going to end. But we also like finding these random little gems of games to play that are multiplayer. Pushing the buttons. Yeah, there's buttons being pushed. My phone froze. Oh no. Do you do the wheel spin for a random each time? What do you mean each time? What do you mean each time? Doc says he's going to make a bad decision. Okay. Roger that. Each stream. Well, no, it depends if what do you mean each, like if I just like randomly do it? If we hit the goal, then that might be one of them. The issue is, oh, Doc died. Okay. The issue is that we haven't been able to spin the wheel like normal because the merch giveaways have been effed. So I've been waiting for them to solve that issue, which has taken a lot longer than I was hoping. Trying abnormally, or is that not oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Juju! I've kept a quote you said in front of my monitor. You said it when you were talking about streaming, but I apply the quote to life. The quote is, don't worry about the people that aren't there. Worry about the people that are there. Thank you for saying it. Oh, Juju. Of course, friend. I will believe in that forever and ever, no matter of size. It doesn't matter if you have 5 viewers, if you have 500 viewers, it doesn't matter. I will always believe that. Appreciate the ones that are there with you and are spending their time with you. Stop focusing on the people that are not there because you're going to regret. Been close to 2 weeks since fourth wall started. Yeah. I know. I'm keeping my eyes on it, man. I'm trying not to badger, but at the same time trying to. Doc is ready. Let's go. Try not to badger, but at the same time, I would love to get that stuff rolling. If you guys, by the way, if you haven't earned your drop yet, you have, for me at least, you have this stream and tomorrow. You have this stream and tomorrow. And then that's it. Drops are done for now until they come out with another one. Yeah. All right. Let's go up here. Doc's going to join and he's going to be right there in the middle. So we're going to wait for him. All right. Trying to learn that way of living. It can be tough at first. It can be tough. But I think as you start to really lean into appreciating the people that are around you, I think you start to forget about. You start to forget about it.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Oh, do you?
Flash?
Dog?
Flash?
Dog?
Down here? Yeah, I know. Hey, come on out, Tiger. It's all gonna be okay.
Hold on.
Come on out.
Dog.
Oh, did you hear that? He's sad.
Help me.
It's the creepiest. Tell me what's.
I'm good. Sorry.
Okay, I gotta wipe that off.
Ew.
How are you, friend?
Good. How's it going?
I'm doing okay. Hey, just wanted to say thanks again for playing Hunt Showdown last night.
You know, I had a blast, and I wasn't sure how the game was going to run. It was so smooth.
Yeah.
It was
It's
smooth.
like butter. It's like butter on hot biscuits.
I love butter on hot biscuits, especially if it's a half-dead horse.
Yeah, I was going to leave that detail off of.
I felt like I had to start somewhere, so I felt like intimidating them was like the way to get into the game, and I think it worked. I think it was great.
I'd say so. I'd say so. Knox. I mean, nothing says danger like punching an injured horse.
Nothing does
and
say
I think
danger.
You pulled that off really well.
Oh, that was funny. Thank you, Drifter. Reactor, thank you for the 11 months.
Flash, what's your plan for today? What do you got going on? What do you think is the appropriate challenge for two swarthy gentlemen like ourselves?
I don't know. Amateur Tanglewood? I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably not.
Is that our beat? Is that the tone we set?
I think we set that tone. However, people might be disappointed if there's not too much of a risk of death for at least one of us.
Okay. That's a good point. What if we, you know what? What if we started on a nice, comfortable profesh?
Nice, comfortable profesh.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, what map are you thinking about, Flash?
I was thinking we'd go to Edgyfield.
Edgyfield? I love Edgyfield.
Yeah. Like
All
Andy
right.
Daly.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's be explosive today. Okay?
Can you
Let's-
describe what that means, please?
Yeah, I can. We're gonna go into the house with our ghost hunting equipment, with some panache, okay, some flair, some zhuzh, as some might say. We're gonna go in there and we are going to zhuzh all over this house. All over this house.
All right, I'll bring a towel, I guess.
Okay, fair enough.
GG. All right. I don't see the towel anywhere. Oh, well.
That's okay. We sticks. I don't know if that adds to the zhuzh or subtracts from it, but we've got.
I'm not sure. Maybe we just like rub that on the ground a little bit. Like, I don't know. It might clean up a little bit.
Well,
I'll use the book.
Hold on a second. Here. No. Here we go. I'm just let me give you a little zhuzhing, okay?
Okay.
Stay right there.
Okay.
Little zhuzh here. Little zhuzh here. Little zhuzh on the shoulders. There you go.
And I return the favor. Some zhuzh for you. All right.
Thank you. I feel so zestfully clean now. Hello.
Right. He's going to do the
All
thing.
right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to announce this noise.
I like it. Thank you, Mayor.
We're going to do the things. Okay, here we go.
Case 419, Jim Pettit. Jim! If you have a cat, pet it! Capture 3 unique photos with a photo camera. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix and capture a photo of the ghost if you dare.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
If I remember correctly, I think we had a ghost of a very similar name that was Jim Petite.
Petite? Well, he was the little guy. That's how he was different. He was the little guy.
Wasn't it Cheeves? Wasn't it Cheeves that said Petite?
Okay, let's be honest here. Are you the least bit surprised by that pronunciation?
No, but it's just stuck with me ever since.
Oh, Cheeves.
Classic.
Oh, Cheeves.
All right, going in.
When you get in there, try not to slip on the zhuzh.
Oh. I see no zhuzh yet.
Roger that.
Hi, David. What's up, Tide? Wait, I already said hi to you, Tide. All right, let me sniff around for a little bit. I said that like you're just coming in.
Could you make those sniffs audible, please? I do believe Chad wants to hear your...
Yeah, give me a second. I'm not finding anything yet.
What happened? Oh,
I breathed in too hard.
Oh no.
It was too hard.
Yeah. That'll happen too. Did you find the Clorox and that's what happened there?
Yeah, I thought it was the
Clorox
zhuzh.
again, Flash?
I thought it was the zhuzh. I got excited. Hey, Matthew. All right, I got the power
that
on
whole
though.
intervention for this, and it turned into like a pizza party.
Wait, were there balloons?
Naturally.
Let's go. Ooh, hiding. Not supposed to snort. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got really excited. All right. I don't know how to say this in a different way, so I'm just going to say it. There's a boner in the nursery.
Roger that. I think there's a song about that. It's like a nursery rhyme, but a little darker.
There's a boner in the nursery. Pick it up.
There's a boner in the nursery, pick it up.
Ooh, wait. I think I found the ghost. There's cold temps up here. It's cold. Freezing. Wait, no, it's not freezing.
Roger that. I am on my way if it's actually freezing.
It is 3 degrees over here. Checking in for I have to go. Hey,
yeah,
Cap.
it's not freezing, but it's definitely a tad chilly up here.
Definitely chills.
Yeah, a little chilly. I'm going to place my EMF by the ficus.
There's a what in the what? Roger that.
Okay.
All right. If you don't pick it up, the ghost, you'll mess it up. That's right. Hey, what up, Scorpion? Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Dink, thank you for the gifted to Tide. Smack 'em, welcome in. All right. I'm going to grab a photo camera, a crucifix, and a Sprate box.
Okay. These are all great plans.
I think so.
How you think?
Thank you. I like that you like how I think.
All right, I'm going to bring this thermometer
Okay.
and a sound sensor.
Okay. Got it. Tater cheap.
Those orbs.
Orbicals. Roger that.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Mr. Tater. Thank you for the holy shit, Tater. 43 months. What the hell? Oh, is there a ghost fart inbound? Is there a fart coming? Is there a fart happening?
I don't know. You mean from me?
No, I hear EMF 4.
No, there isn't one coming at all.
Oh, God, please, no. I don't like that a little fog came out of there just now. Oh my God. Yeah, glass shards or what? Holy.
You know what would suck?
What? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? I don't know if he's talking to me or not. Dink, thank you for the gifted to Scorpion. Juju! Did that just... Oh! F that shoe. Do it again. Why are you yelling at me? I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm sorry. Hey, Seb, we're not playing with viewers, dude. It pooped. It pooped in the sink.
Water. That's disgusting. Who does that?
This guy. Jim.
Is that an upper decker technically, or
Jim Petit. Is it an upper decker? I don't know. I don't think that's an upper decker. I think it's like a downtown.
Okay, so I meant to do the whole like magic trick of placing the UV so you could see the fingerprint on the light switch, and I don't think I did it properly.
No, it's above, so we're not. I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, okay. Ah! Run for existence!
All right. I need. Oh, it farted on me. All right, Doc ran away. I'm by myself, guys. Wait. Burn Cruci, dirty water, bone, EMF. Okay, I'm gonna go get a smudge. Run for existence. Oh my God. Aiden, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome in. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was watching the camera feed.
Yeah.
And then it goes from the van to the front door, and you just kind of came creeping. Here, I want you to see what that looks like.
Oh, do I need to watch the outside cam?
Yeah, the one that goes from the door to the van.
Okay.
Ready? Here it is. This is
That's like some Pink Panther stuff.
Yeah. Impressively creepy. That was good.
But if you watch it though, it's better if somebody does this. Hold on.
All right, I'm watching.
nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
All right. I have a smooge. Where's the ghost? Oh.
And I'm gonna bring him my bone. You're alive, right?
Yeah. Doc. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh. Okay. Good to know.
Hey, did we have UV by the way, or no?
I have not seen UV yet.
That's like a Hantu, right? That we must have freezing. Yeah, it's because we do.
Okay, so we got UV, is what you're saying.
No,
Or
we have
it's
no,
literally
no,
what
we have freezing. We do need a photo of the ghost though, so I'm gonna put this here in front of you
freezing.
for when it shows up in 3 seconds. Okay.
1, 2.
Wouldn't that have been crazy? That'd have been so good. Lifesaver, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you for the follows. Michaela, Carla, welcome in. I'm gonna grab another smudge. We're gonna grab one of these. I'm gonna grab an audio recorder. Ghost is chilly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Hantu. It also started in the hallway. Did it just eat that crucifix?
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
It did. I recorded the sound of the crucifix being eaten.
Nice. I dig it.
Did you say you had ghost orbs? I'm sorry.
You had ghost orbs.
Oh, yeah, that's. I was testing you, and you passed the test.
Yeah, I
Well
did
done,
it.
Flash.
Oh, did it get
Yeah,
both
you're
of them?
learning. You're learning fast.
I'm learning, Dad. Got it. We still need a photo of the ghost, though.
Roger that.
All right. Maybe I wait around right here. It shows up. I get a photo. I leave. We're a hero. Hey, Caleb. Please, hello. You have an open photo spot? No, I don't. This is $5. Dirty water. I'm keeping that one. Hey, can you delete that photo for me? I forgot the video works, but that doesn't. It'll still count, right? No, not for photo. I think video will, though. Hey, it's hunting. Nailed it. Doc, I smudged it. It's okay.
Yeah, you did. You did. I was still.
Oh my God. The clip has no audio. What do you mean? Okay. Saw the short about the Dio growl. Realized I've gotten it so many times. Hey, we can leave now, by the way. Roger that.
Eagle.
Hey, Hidden, how are you?
I'm ready to leave.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Objectives. Got the bone. It's a Hantu. Okay. That's okay. I like it. User, welcome in. KO. Thank you, friend.
Okay.
Haunter.
So the ghost is. What is it?
A Hantu.
Hantu.
You know,
Okay,
Hantu.
so it's okay. Freezy Frosty. Yeah. Perfect.
Another perfect. Yeah. All right. You got it, Mark?
I got it.
Wait.
Got it. I'm ready. Hey.
Good job, Mark.
High five. Well done.
Yeah.
So much zhuzh.
Yeah. So much. Not talking to a baby.
People want.
Welcome back.
Yeah, look at that. Crushed it. How long was that?
Nothing quite like those sweet, sweet ghost bucks.
Oh, God.
Sweet, voluptuous ghost bucks.
Sweet, sensual ghost dollars.
Sweet, voluptuous, moistened ghost
Oh.
bucks. Okay.
Oh,
all right,
God.
I went too far. I'm sorry. That was too
Darn,
far.
thank you so
I
much.
apologize.
Twin, thank you for the 10 months. Yeah, that's when it's too far. Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. What voluptuous was too much?
So where do you want to go next? This is your choice.
Well, okay. So here's what I'm thinking.
First stream, welcome in, man.
How about a nightmare willow?
Ooh, okay. I like
You
it.
okay with a nightmare willow?
Up
Let's
the
do a
antes.
nightmare willow. Yeah.
Nightmare at Willow Street.
And if that
Papaya,
doesn't work
welcome
out,
in.
we'll try the uncles.
You should ready up now.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Anywho,
Because here seems to be linked to a cursed object.
Ooh, it's linked to a cursed object.
What is that? Is that his new voice? I'm cool with it. Hey,
Linked
what are you
to a
buying?
cursed object. Oh, so maybe I should read it. Like
Yeah, yeah. I think you should read it in that voice in the radio.
Okay.
Papaya, thank you, dude.
Case 420, Keith Huntley. Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix. Capture a photo of the ghost. And capture 3 unique photos with the photo camera. You're going in blind.
I like you took it that extra level, the extra effort. I think was good.
Well, I was worried that the impression was so bad that I'm like, people aren't going to make.
I
any
must
sense
fill
of it,
this
so I had to
void.
add the line on it. Yeah. There's something. They got to put something there.
All right, a little zhuzh. Zhuzh. Chris, thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back, dude. Doc needs to be that voice. I think it would be amazing if they hired him to be that voice. I'd be down. All right, it's Nightmare. We don't know where the breaker is. We get 2 evidence, not 3. Hey, let's go. And we need to find the cursed. Well. Don't mind if I do. How old are you? Goodbye.
Hey, I hear you. I know what you're doing.
I asked how old it was and it said hurt. So it must be really sensitive about its age.
Well, I'm sensitive too, okay? And I was sensitive to the fact that you used the Ouija board and you didn't say to me in advance, Doc, hello, how's your day going? Good. Just wanted to let you know I'm going to be using the Ouija board. I'm not trying to murder you with a hide and seek. It's all going to be fine.
I have to do that every time I want to use it?
Well, I mean, like not, just when I'm here, like just a little heads up.
Oh,
That's all I'm asking.
okay.
That's all I'm asking.
Next time I promise. I promise I will fix it. I don't know where that was. I guess I get a photo of it while I'm here.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Oh God. God.
He's never gonna know.
Hey Flash, how's it going? I'm good. I'm gonna use the Ouija board until it starts hunting me in 5, 4. Hi Neon. King Eagle, thank you so much for the heart, me man. Special Pat, what up, homie?
Now, Flash, I want you to ask yourself, how did that feel when I used the Ouija board without giving you a heads up first? How did that feel?
Well, that depends. I think if you ask the Ouija board where the bone is, I think it'll make me feel better.
Roger that. On my way.
You only lose like 25 for the bone, so we will see. Canadian Cookie, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. No, see, I never listen. But I do not purposefully do that to anybody. No, it is always revenge. Hi, Phoenix. Hello, friend. I'm assuming he's okay.
The bone is in the garage.
Hey, isn't that where you are?
Yes.
Did you ever get Baron back? No.
Although the interesting thing is I don't see it anywhere.
He's not here. Did he pick it up already and he's messing with me?
I
Ghost
would
doesn't
have
like the dramatics.
I would have taken a photo of it. Wouldn't I? Yeah. You said it was in the garage?
Yeah, it said it was in the garage.
Ghost is definitely by the front door, by the way.
Huh. Well, how about them apples? Is it driving? No.
Is it driving?
I don't know. It's like one of those what are those things called that you put in the steering wheel to keep someone from stealing your
Oh
car?
yeah. Oh gosh, dang! I know what you mean. It locks up the steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh, the club. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Club.
In the club.
Wow, I kind of don't believe that the bone is in here. I think the Ouija board is it's being a deceiver. Unless
What if it's like in the basement and it thought it was here?
that's possible, I suppose.
Kind
Under
of.
the Ouija board?
Oh my god, that'd be really funny.
No? It's like when you lose your car keys, and it's like
When you lose your car keys.
underneath
Hey, is it under the
newspaper or
Ouija board?
there are my car keys.
All right, I'm gonna go check the basement real fast. Could it be a thin bone? It technically could, but it told him in the garage. Unless he accidentally asked where the ghost was. Because because the ghost is definitely orbs. Oh, by the way, we have orbs in the foyer. By the way,
Roger that, foyer orb.
in between the washer dryer. I just looked at me between the washer and dryer. Did I miss it? And it was there. He asked the bone. Okay. Mimic on the table. Yeah.
Are you here with the foyer orbs?
Foyer orbs.
Orbs. Are you near the foyer?
Foyer.
Are you close? Can you give me a sign here in the foyer? Do you intend to
You can't disable it, Phasmo. It's literally embedded into the stream. All right, I'm good. Allergies are getting me. We're fine. We're fine. Thank you.
Do you enjoy the word facetious? Facetious. Facetious. Confabulation. Confabulation. Oh!
Was that you?
The ghost. The ghost mistballed him when I made that noise.
Flash, run! Run!
Oh. I was like, wow, he's being very, very brave right now. hanging out at the front door. Very
All
brave.
right, let's get these EMF 5 or these dots, okay?
Okay. It's definitely not spirit bulbs. I'm gonna go grab another dots projector and I'm
Okay.
gonna throw it in here so we can have like super dot.
Super dots. I'm convinced this is a Raiju, by the way. Poking through the window yelling. Rebecca, hello, welcome in. Thank you, friend. All right. I'm convinced it's a Raiju, which is EMF 5, orbs, and dots. We have EMF 5.
Dude!
You saw the dudes? I'm pretty sure we got us a Raiju, Mr. Dak.
Roger.
Hey, what up, Relentless? The games have been good. What game are you playing? This is Phasmophobia. If it's a Raiju, then a hunt might be good for us. Well, that hunt right there made me think it's a Raiju because it was really fast over here. I got Naked Man dots.
Roger that. Do you want me to put in more dots so we can maximize our
Our
naked,
Naked
man
Man's
dots
dot coverage.
viewing potential? Yeah.
Viewing pleasure.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's go put this in there. Naked Man dots, indeed. It certainly is. Hey, you might want to be careful, SpongeBob. He's right.
Listen, you gotta have faith, Flash.
Gotta have
As
faith,
George
faith,
Michael
faith.
once said, yeah.
Gotta have faith, faith.
Son of a biscuit!
I know you're asking me to stay. Say please, 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 go away.
Just a bit. Did that get that? It did. Okay. Oh. Oh, hey, how are you? Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Is there an audio recorder in here? Oh man, I could have tripled down. Hey, I have coffee. Do you want coffee? Here, you get coffee too. All right, let's put this there. Let's get our video camera back.
Coming in with a sound recorder.
Baby.
It's always got a little more barbecue sauce on it.
A little extra zhuzh. Oh, I already got the dots ghost. Oh, well, I have a video of it at least.
Okay, I
I'm about
tried
to
to sound record the dots. It didn't go so well.
Okay. What would that sound like?
It would sound like. That is the only button I have, but it fits almost every circumstance. Go ahead. Like
I feel like Naked Man dots. I'm gonna wait for them to show up. Hopefully we'll see them, and then I'll play the sound.
Okay.
It's gonna beat that crucifix first.
You think?
I'm convinced.
All right. Oh wait.
Called it.
I got a recording of something.
Let's go. All right, where are those dots?
Where is this happening?
It's about to hunt us, by the way. Oh god. Doc. It's about to do a thing, Doc.
It just walked past me. It was all naked. What? Oh, ew. What was that?
Naked Man dot sound.
Do it one more time, please.
Yeah, sure.
Oh!
Okay, I'll leave it about now. We could get a dot photo, yeah? Yeah, we could. Well, that was hot.
You okay there, Ted?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'd smudge it if I knew where it was.
I'm pretty slim. I can fit through. Here, hold on. Can I fit through this? Okay, no.
Bought myself 90 seconds.
Can I fit through this? Yeah. I'm relatively svelte. I could get through there.
I say you seen.
Why'd you burn a smudge?
So that way I bought myself 90 seconds to get this dot photo.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's MMA fight, dude. Cannabis, thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Dots in 3, 2, 1.
1. Commence.
1. Commence.
Enhance.
Naked dottery.
Enhance.
Oh. Wait, do I have a photo of the shadow ghost? Yeah, I've already got a photo of it. Do you have all the audio? Oh wait, where's your audio guy? It's in the garage. Nailed it. There we go. All right. BRB. Gonna go. All right, Tick, have a good one, man. Blue, thank you for the 3-month prime. What words just exited your face? What did you do?
I heard.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I'm bringing another smudge. Double smudge. We're bringing double smudge. It's about to haunt him. Will I get there in time? Oh.
I got an audio recording, and
Nice.
then I left.
Yep, that's what I thought. How can you tell it's about to hunt? Timer. Our sanity is low enough to where it's chain hunting, and it's just when I smudged, I had 90 seconds. Okay, he was walking sideways. What the? I just watched Naked Man Dots go sideways. It was pretty adorbs.
Oh.
We still haven't found the bone, have we?
No. I will do that right now.
I was gonna say I could go
Bone
for a search.
detector. Engage.
Boner detector. Hey Moon, I'm good. How are you? Isaac, Bruce, thank you guys for the follows. Hello. I'm checking every crevice now because I'm very, very curious where the hell this bone is. He said it was in the garage. I feel like we've checked everywhere. I'm checking under things. It's about to hunt, by the way.
Yeah, the bone's supposed to be in here, right?
Well, you said you asked and it said the garage.
I did. It said garage. Like, I swear. I'll ask it again.
I believe. It's probably going to break the board.
Should I ask it again? I'll ask it again. I'll ask it again. Where is the bone? Where is the bone? Where is the bone? Oh, motherfucker! Goodbye! Oh, crap.
I don't think Doc had a lighter. Don't mind if I do. Thank you, Doc. Got it. There's the final photo. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, it's fast. It's a Raiju, for sure. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. All he wanted was a sandwich. Got it. All right, there's all the audio, video, photo, objectives. No bone. Doc, I'm doing one more pass to look for the bone, and then I'm going to leave. Behind the door. I thought I looked behind the door. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. I swears to it. I thought I looked. Maybe it's... I don't know. At this point, I'm not sure. Are we sure it's garage? So it told him it was in the garage, which might not be true. Like, as in, it might have been lying to him. You know what I mean? Is it possible? The game might think it's here, but it might be somewhere else. Like, as in, the game technically thinks it's in this room, but maybe the boundaries, it's actually somewhere else. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think lying like on purpose. Like, ha, got him. Yeah, not like that. Okay. Faye! Thank you for getting merch, friend. Like the Sunny Meadows. Yeah, kind of. You have the same situation today. I'm going to go do a lap. It needs to stop hunting so I can do that. I've looked downstairs, right? All right. I'm doing a very fast lap to look for this bone. Very, very fast lap. Because it's going to start hunting me and I have no more defenses. Real cute ghost, real cute. Could the bone spawn in the garage hiding? It's not supposed to, but it could. I think it's just somewhere we can't reach. Grab the smudge from Doc's body. I already did. I already did. All right. Well, I'm convinced it's like glitched somewhere and we don't know where it is. I'm convinced because I don't see it anywhere. We've checked garage. We've checked all that stuff. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me look out here. Why the hell? Why is there a caulk out here? What? What the hell? Doc? Outside? I mean, it's worth a look, right? Why not? It should only be able to go where the ghost can walk. So, whatever. All right, Mr. Doc, bringing you back, sir. Raiju, by the way. Totally Raiju. He's looking in the basement. I tried looking. When you're a dead player, it's even harder to find. It's way, way harder to find. Basement room. I checked the basement. I thought I did.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
What a turd butt.
Yay! I got the ghost right. Yay!
Yeah, see, you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Didn't have a lighter, but, you know, that's okay. Hey, Sonny, what's up, Julia?
That was that was not one of my finer moments in Phasmophobia.
It said garage. Listen, there's nothing.
Moments, so let me tell you.
Listen,
There
the
have been
Ouija
moments.
board, Ghosty told you it was in the garage. The stats told you it was in the
did.
garage. I have no clue where it was.
I mean, judging by everything, maybe it was a ghost bone.
It was
It
invisible
just dematerialized
to the
Yeah,
naked
yeah.
BJMI.
That sounded like a lot of gross letters thrown together.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. How do you feel about Grafton?
That's okay. I love Grafton. I would eat breakfast in Grafton.
Oh,
I am
God.
ready.
Ew.
Yeah.
Do you want to remove your equip monk? It automatically equipped yours, and I can
Oh,
absolutely fund
Roger
it.
that. Disabled.
Pulled a flash. Oh my God. Phil
Okay.
lost a raptor. Thank you for the 7
My
months.
equipment is disabled, I believe.
Disabled? It is
think.
disabled. Yes.
Okay.
All right. I got it. To
Oh,
Grafton.
look at that. Luscious equipment.
Could have been in the ceiling. Oh my God. All right. Let's all go to the Grafton. What badge does Doc have? Oh, I missed it. I didn't see. Ads are finishing, by the way. Yeah, I'm sorry. When we're playing with others, it's really tough for the ad stuff. But they played. You didn't miss anything. I didn't find the bone. Yeah, to Grafton we go. Robert, thank you for the super chat, homie. All right. Do you want to do the thing? Want to do the thing? Maybe a different accent this time, or like another
different
character.
accent what are you hoping for, Flash? I can try to accommodate.
Could you hit me with like a Kermit?
Yes.
Hi-ho there. Today's ghost for case 421 is Heather Wilson. Heather Wilson will hopefully give us 3 unique videos with a video camera, and then we're going to have to detect a paranormal sound with a parabolics microphone, and then capture 2 paranormal sounds with a sound recorder. It's not easy being green,
Oh, Kermit.
being the color of leaves.
Okay.
Perfect, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. That's my best Kermit. That's all
That was
I got.
great. I will take it. That was wonderful.
All right. Thank Thank you.
What was the previous map? We were on Willow. Yeah, now we're at
Okay,
Grafton,
here we
revamped
go.
Grafton. Maple, hello, welcome in. Lucky, thank you so much for the sub. And subbing before you follow, which, by the way, excuse me, what the hell? Sound like more like Radio Demon than Hermit. Well, than Kermit. I'd say it was close enough. You know what? I think he did a wonderful job. You praise that man for his illustrious vocals. I got nothing. Hey, I have a headlamp this time. Graviton! I was really hoping for Blood Moon. Unfortunately, we just didn't get that. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank
And I
you.
also turned the power on.
Wait, what kind of juice do you have?
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit?
Juice. Grapefruit juice.
Oh, did you get it out of here?
Yeah, right next to the beer.
What do you got? Beer, grapefruit juice.
Listen, I sustain myself on a steady diet of beer and grapefruit juice. No cran raz. Oh, I love cran raz.
You do love cran raz. This is true. Huge cran raz guy. Looks like your fridge. Oh God. Hey Devin. Thank you. Ellie, thank you so much for the rose. Ghosty, are you in here? Hey Doc, I think I found it.
Really? And what makes you think so, Sir Flasherson?
Well, this room full of all the creepy mannequins is awfully cold.
Okay.
Right back here.
Yeah. Didn't mean to talk to you about that. Good choice. Listen, I don't mind that room at all. Papaya, thank you. Short stack, thank you for the sub, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Let's do crucifix, video camera, and dootskis. Yeah, that sounds good. Not the mannequin room. Yes. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. That is a wonderful idea, by the way. Honorable, hello. How are you? Hey, what up, Buggy? Ew, 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 ew. We have orbs. I don't know what he said. I heard rip.
Holy crap. Oh, that's terrible. I don't like that.
Is that
That's
not
kind of
terrifying?
Yeah, that's kind of the worst.
Oh, that's awful.
You're
Okay.
the worst.
I'm so
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. They don't move if you look at them.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn the light off again, and I'm gonna talk to it because it probably wants to speak to me. Where are you? You think you're pretty fancy pants with all of your little ghost jiggles, but guess what? Hey. Okay.
There's a lot happening at
Well, it
once. This is a
worked.
very active ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going out the front door.
Oh, yokai? It could be a yokai. It just tried to hunt and he was talking. Gotta go. No worries, only. You're good, man. You are good.
Turn off the power. Or
Scout!
did it just turn off the lights, FlashForce.
I think the other lights are on, but it definitely did try to hunt, by the way.
Which is kind of rude.
It's a little
All right,
gross.
I'm gonna take one of these swiringes of happy
Okay.
juice.
Here, I got you. I'll give you another one right here. Ready? Hold on. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay. All right. Oh, I feel so alive.
Roar! Jen, you nailed it. Good job. Could it be an Onryo?
Hear me.
Thought I heard the ghost
I'm
writing.
assuming you
No.
recorded the orbs already, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, is it doing anything else weird? I don't think any of the mannequins have moved.
Wait, say
Okay.
that again. The mannequins move.
Well, I mean, they can move.
I would prefer.
Oh, did you not know that they can move?
No, I knew that they can. I just rather they didn't.
Could it be a mimic? Technically, yes. Yeah, if we get, we do have a possible mimic, but I felt like it hunted pretty early, and you were in there talking, which is making me lean yokai.
Make sure you grab that lighter, FlashForce.
Oh, crap. I totally didn't.
I'm coming in with smudge sticks. Don't worry, you're totally safe.
Thank you, Benny. The flickering light trips you up. Oh, the one at the front. I totally understand. All right, now I feel better. Here, we could verify there's no UV and all that jazz. We have that in there. We could bring one of these in there. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to bring one of those in there. Reason why I thought it was a Urave is because I saw it do a light door slam. Oh. No, no, no. If it was if it was acting like a Urave, it would be a mimic. Your little face trying to escape.
There's always a little bit of jiggle right before during the panic.
I've already got that. Well, that was translucent. Oh, I could have gotten that. It's not a mare. Biscuits and butter.
Okay, so we're leaning.
It can't be a mare anyway.
So we
We're leaning
probably shouldn't-
yokai
Oh.
because of that kind of stuff right there.
Are you a yokai?
Yes.
Did you hear that? It's a yokai. It just told me. Are you sure you're a yokai? I don't know. It might be trying to mess with us.
Hey, Doc.
Wait, UV?
Yeah.
Wait, UV?
Yeah.
Are we on pro right now? Oh, no.
No, we're on Nightmare.
Mimicry! I declare mimicry.
Nowhere to hide. That's okay. It's a mimic. How lovely.
You looking for the bone there, bud?
No, I was trying to get a pair of backwards mounted there, but.
All right, bud. I'm gonna look for the bone there, bud.
Oh, okay there, bud. All right, I do have a smudge. Headlamp is off.
Didn't find the bone, but I found a hammer there, bud.
All right, bud. Maybe it's a yokai. It had to have. Hold on, I'll save you, Squeakers. Squeakers, I'll save you. No photos. 4 videos. Are you looking for a boner jam right now?
Yes, I am.
Go up in the attic. If I'm not down in 2 minutes, assume the worst.
Roger that. What if it's a wraith and it like teleports to him in the attic and starts hunting? I mean, it's a mimic. I'm just saying, what if it mimics a wraith and it goes up there? You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be crazy? Do we know the cursed? I have not even looked.
I do believe the attic is bone-free.
Speaking of bones, the ghost is hunting. I'm just wondering if he's going to die. You think he's okay? I bet he's okay. Doc, you okay? Doc? Yeah, he's fine. He's sleeping. Oh, he had a smudge. Holy nightmare fuel. Good God, dude. Oh my God. Looks like one of those after scenes from like Stranger Things. If I only could. All right. Is there a monkey paw? Wait. Yep. 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 I think I might wait for this. Yeah. When it finishes hunting, I'm going to make the wish. When it's done hunting, I'll make the wish. Mimicking a twin. Yeah, it sounds like fast twin. I think so. I wish for life. I'm taking his place. I'm taking his place. I'm taking his place. I know my body's gone. Well, here she comes. Noble sacrifice? I think so. I certainly do, Sunflower. I don't know what you expect me to read every chat, though.
I can't see you! You're cheating!
Oh, he's gonna die on the toilet. Oh, or not. Well, that was crappy. I did warn you. Oh, you warned me of the 50-50 chance that I had to die? Oh, I should have known better. You okay, bud? You okay? Buckaroo, you okay?
I am okay. I just couldn't see an existence without you, so I figured I would join you in the afterlife.
I had to
You
go
brought me
for it,
back
man.
to life
Yeah.
in a very unselfish and neat kind of way.
Do we go back and try again? I think we should.
Yep. Except this time I'm not screwing around, okay? This time I'm taking it totally seriously.
Okay.
All right?
Roger that.
Because enough of this bull.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Sunflower,
Yeah,
no, you just
you
need to
heard
not
me.
act like
You
a
heard me. I'm
victim when
taking
you're
it
spamming the same message over and over again and the mod tells you not to do
around
that.
here.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with where you're from. It has
Okay.
to do with how you're acting.
Poop!
Yeah, we can all be grown-ups. Hadouken. Doc's character posture is bad. I mean, my IRL posture is bad. Yay, it's fog.
Oh, fog.
No,
Oh, look,
it's good.
Stacy.
Oh, Stacy. Okay. Imagine.
Case 422 for me. Stacy Shawcross. Capture 3 unique photos with a photo camera, detect a paranormal sound with a parabolics microphone, and capture a video of the ghost.
Sitting like a croissant. Oh wait,
All
you
right,
didn't. Oh wait, you
well-
didn't do an impression with it though. Oh.
Well, okay, I could do it again. What would you like, FlashForce? What would you like?
I want. Let me think. I want.
Go ahead, whatever you want.
I want Nuke.
Wait, Nuke? Like Duke Nukem?
I want Nuke. Duke Nukem.
Is Duke Nukem like Danger Voice?
I think it is like Danger Voice. I'd say so.
Voice. This voice is this.
Yeah,
is
Danger
this?
Voice. Yeah, that guy.
Okay, Duke Nukem.
Like bad, like really badass. You know what I mean?
Case 422. AC Shawcross. Capture 3 unique photos with a photo camera. Detect a paranormal sound with a parabolics microphone. Capture a video of the ghost. Son of
That was good. No, that was solid. I like it.
Easy. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Gear, welcome in. How are you? Oh my God.
Is it bad that my Duke Nukem sounds a little bit like my Kermit?
No, I think it's okay. No.
right.
I think it's okay for them to blend together. I think it makes sense in the end.
Yeah. All right.
First time main account. Well, welcome in, man. Oh, someone asked why the fog is so good. The reason the fog is so good is because in this map, the fog like goes into the house and it makes it easier to see. I'll show you what I mean. Like without any flashlight on or anything. Look.
Not messing around.
See how much nicer that is?
Ghost.
It's so great.
Not messing around.
Hey, can you throw the duct out? Yeah, it's so much better. Hey, Doc. Can you throw the duck through the hole?
I've been known for my ability to throw a duck in a hole.
Nailed it. Is that here or over here?
Duck in a hole. Feeling so small.
I'm sorry. Thought the ghost was crawling on the ceiling. Oh no, that's just Doc throwing a duck. What the absolute hell? Deans to beans. What up, friend? Hope all's well. Been a long time. No, I appreciate you stopping in.
Get the power or...
I heard a ghosty thing, but I don't see a temperature thing.
Power's on.
Thank you. Following you? Maybe. Let's check over here. Maybe it's roaming. I'm sorry, was that not over in dining? What the shit. Hey, Ragin, how are you? I'm gonna die to this ghost. Natasha, welcome in. Energized Bunny, thank you for the 20 months. The little Kit Kat, welcome in. Hello.
Attic's clear, boss.
Roger that. I had some EMFers happening here by the front door, but I don't have cold temps over here. Okay, this ghost is abusing this pillow over here inside of the office, like library thing, and it's in here.
Roger that. On my way.
Yeah, it's totally in there. 100%. Yeah, it's down there on the left.
Left.
That's the kitchen.
Oh, I found a rib cage. Ah!
She was awkwardly here
Okay.
for me when he was closer. Possible banshee? If you got EMF by the door or something in the office, could it be twins? Yeah, it could be. It could be, or it could have been roaming. Ultraviolet orbs and dots. Okay. Ultraviolet orb dots. The old ultraviolet orb dots. Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Liza, hello. Hey, how are you? What is the difference in stalking between it? Well, a wraith doesn't stalk. A wraith teleports. A phantom and a banshee will stalk the player. The difference between them is that a phantom can stalk you anywhere. A banshee can only stalk you if it's on the same floor, unless its main room is in an attic or a basement. So if this was a banshee and it was in the attic, it could technically stalk to the floor, the main floor right below it. Orbicals.
Roger.
You know what's throwing a lot of shit over here? I don't trust putting it on the ceiling. Place dots on ceiling. No. What ceiling? Oh, because the house is missing half of the house. Yeah, some people like to place it on the ceiling. Some people like to place it on the wall, the floor. You place it wherever you want to. Telling me to place it on the ceiling isn't going to make me do it. Just saying. All right. We'll grab that, grab that, grab that. Yeah. That'll be good. Hey, what up, Benji? What is this map? This map is Grafton. The revamped Grafton. Grafton? Grappiton? Grafton. You just bought this.
It's just an event.
That was hot.
You're okay?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's bring this smudge with us. Found the cursed. I haven't even looked. Have not even looked, friend. All right. That's gross. What if I put this here? Yeah, that should cover a lot of the room, yeah? I'm gonna go get my salt. Peggy, thank you for the 37 months, friendo. How the hell are you? Difficulties on Nightmare.
You're trying hard not to show it, baby. But baby, believe me, I know it. You've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ba-do, ba-do.
Miss Phoenix, thank you so much. Oh no, Carnus, thank you for the gift.
Yeah, let's go, Cardis. Me.
Sorry.
No, you're
sorry.
fine.
I screwed up. Push to talk.
You and the ghost were having such a moment. I was afraid to step on some toes.
No, you did great. You did great.
You still have an echo, by the way.
Oh. Sorry about that. My bad.
All right. I did not see UV. Spicy. No freezing. Just walking around over there some more. I'm going to go step away for a second. Heading out. Have a good one, man. He's quite a gem of an individual, if I may say. Do you have to use the salt for UV? No, you don't have to. I like doing it because I don't want to sit there and wait for the ghost to knock on doors and windows and all that stuff. So salt is a nice way to force the check to see if you have it or not. Probably would have thrown Doc several walls by now if it was a yokai. Oh, yeah.
Did you happen to get any footy footprints?
I did not. No, and the only thing we have right now are those Gorsh Dorn orbicals. Yeah.
Glorious ghost orbs. All right, I'm gonna grab a smudge. I'm gonna go in there with the sound. No,
Hey, we have dots, by the way.
Oh.
I just saw her. She was crawling. I saw her for like a second.
That's disgusting.
It
Well,
was-
we have a combination that we've gotten before, and it didn't end well for me last time, so we'll see.
You know, I believe in you. I'm going to bring another crucifix for protections.
Roger that.
Can't you rule out UV?
Stay
No,
protected.
because around Nightmare, which means it's hiding a piece of evidence. By stay protected, do you mean get hunted right now?
Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Tell me where to hide. Tell me where to go.
Go. This way.
Go.
Keep going. All right, lights off.
I'm going.
Any strategy to videoing? Oh, video crawling goes. You could, well, it depends on what you have. If you mean like while it's hunting, I just, you know, it's a tough thing to do because of how close you have to get. You could try to go for it if you either A, can smudge first yourself, or B, have someone else do it, which is really helpful. Yeah. Might be done. It is done. The one image of the terrified hamster holding the cross in the corner. Yeah. Probably gonna hunt again. I'm still smelling banshee, man.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna check.
All right.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how about you just calm down there, Tiger? Oh, I was calming the ghost down.
Oh.
Just calm down. Just chill. Find your chill. Okay? Can you do that for me? I'll take that as a not really. You go ahead and enjoy your day, okay? We're just here to figure out what you are, and then we're leaving. It's all gonna be just fine. All right? So.
Oh, hey, how are you?
That was a fantastic. I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Oh, hey.
We're on the same shift again. Oh. I got some donuts in the van.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, have a good time. Enjoy.
No, you have a good time.
Hey, I will. Oh, hey, whoa.
I just wanted the burning crucie. And now she's laughing about it.
That's rude.
Real funny lady. Do I have time? I'm trying. We're just going to pray that I got that. If I didn't, I might die. Where did the... Okay. What do you have so far? We have dots and orbs. I felt like this might be a banshee, but it might be... Well, no, because it can't be a Goryo. F this. Don't think so. Don't think so. Banshee, Yurei, or Yokai. Oh, ghost fired. What I could also do... Watching the phone dock on the TV. Good deal. I like it. I like it. Give, give, and give. Yeah, this will do. I think we still have like, if I landed that smudge, we have like 20 some odd seconds. Yeah, it's nightmare. Dude, this ghost is saucy for you.
It's got a problem. It's not doing a fancy scream though. I was hoping for like a and I'm not.
I'm sorry, one more time. Hey, it's about to hunt you, by the way.
That wasn't the ghost. It's not about to hunt.
We should see if it's a banshee.
Yeah, totally.
All right,
How
which
do-
way? Which way are you going?
I don't know where to hide again.
Oh, that you could go to that same spot we were in. Hey. All right, so she 100% chased me.
Yeah, and I think I was being kind of a doofus at the top of the stairs, so.
Classic. We could know for sure if she hunts again and then you prepare yourself for the hiding and get her to try to chase you. And if she ignores you, then we have our answer.
Okay, I will stand here and not move.
Oh, she killed the power.
I'm gonna stand here. I'm standing right.
You're doing great, sweetie. Did we see what the curse was, by the way?
No. And I gotta be completely honest, I'm still not entirely familiar on this map.
Noted. All right. Hello, creepy dolls. How are we doing? We're good. Doing some crazy Pilates. Yeah. Oh, you're here. She can hunt in like 20 seconds. Just be at the ready.
He's not using me as bait. I completely trust him.
No, I'm not. No, I told you to get ready for the hiding spot. This isn't getting ready for the hiding spot.
Yeah, but this is the best place to check and see if it's actually trying to murder me, right?
I mean, or you could do it up in that hallway and then run to the hiding.
No. Here's what. Listen.
Go on.
Got it all figured out.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand right here, and then I'm gonna juke left, and I'm gonna bring.
Yeah, it's not a banshee. Nice. All right, so she definitely chased you, yeah?
Yes, she definitely chased me.
Okay, so we're looking at a yokai or a yurei. Awesome.
My
I know.
sense of trust is also it's a little bit lower than it was before. Just want to go ahead and point
Okay.
that out. Little more. Okay.
The ghosts. The ghost is in a room that has no doors.
Oh.
I'll have to do like a yokai test.
Room that has no doors. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense
Sounds
why we
good.
haven't gotten the
I
scream.
love
Yeah.
The yokai test.
All right. Going in hot.
Good luck, brave warrior.
Roger that. So maybe what I do. Maybe I do a test like here. And if she goes that way, if she starts to go that way, then I hit my walkie. Wouldn't yokai be forced spirit box? No, yokai does not have forced evidence. Yeah, for sure. Okay. If she walks up those stairs and starts to go that direction and I hit my walkie and she comes back to me, then I'm going Yurei. Hey, Just, how are you? Oh God, Doc. Now, the ghost chased me and also chased Doc when we're both in the house, which is why we know that this can't be a banshee. Any evidence? Yeah. We have dots and orbs. So we're between a yokai and a yurei. Run, soldier! Unfortunately, the ghost is in a room that has no doors. Possible yokai. Possible yokai? Hey, what up, Carrick? How are you?
Roger that.
I'm gonna do one more. You know, there is hiding in here, isn't there?
So if I
Where do people hear? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with going yokai. You know what I also heard? I also heard a door touch that sounded like a creaker. Do you see the dev should have more ghosts in the game? No. All right. I'm cool with yokai.
Roger that.
Hey, what up, Fed? How are you? Thank you all for the follows. Ashen, thank you for the raid, by the way. How are you? All right. Yeah, I hit the walkie. It never came to me. I can only imagine.
Yeah, I hid in the closet and had every single electronic device of mine on, including the flashlight. I had a panic moment, so I just cycled through the inventory and just chucked everything.
All right. Yokai it is. Oh my God. Rift in. Thank you for the prime, man. Is that Doc? That is Doc. It is a Dockerton. It is indeed. Man, I almost want to come back to Grafton again.
Would you look at them apples?
Well,
It's a
would
freaking
you look at
yokai.
it? It's like we knew.
Yeah.
Electronic devices pull Urays. What?
Nice.
Pull, what do you mean pull Urays? What?
Okay.
Hey Nessa, how are you? Hey Daisy, thank you, friend. All right, do you want to go back to Grafton, or do you want to go to a different one?
I am fine going back to Grafton.
I'm just saying.
Listen, Flash, I am just along for the ride, friend.
Same.
I'm just along for the
Same.
ride.
Like trigger them. Well, electronics trigger any ghost
For the moments
during a hunt.
these
Can I play
moments
too?
that we
No,
cherish.
first time chatter. Whenever you agreed to the rules that said not to ask to play, I see that you read them really well.
In our little heart-shaped lockets.
I can't with the questions, Mayor. I'm going to answer them the way that I feel like they should be answered. Daisy, thank you so much. Christy, thank you for the follow. All right, we're going back. We're going back. We're learning. We're going back. Bro. Yeah, bro, indeed. Yeah.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
All right, we'll do... It's snowing, by the way. It's snowing.
No.
Hunter's like warm weather.
Okay. You got any requests this time for the thing?
Oh,
or-
man. Let me think. Give me a second. Give me a second. Can I not play and just watch? Okay. Listen here, bucko. Yeah, absolutely. Neon, welcome in. Let's do... I want you to hit me with like a... Can you do like a Gary Busey?
Gary Busey. Ooh.
Or
Gary
Mickey Mouse.
Busey.
Mickey Mouse would be a good one, too.
Oh, God. I don't know that. All right. We're going to listen to an awful Mickey Mouse right now. Okay. That's what
Okay.
this is going to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Case 423. Case 423. Gary Dixon. Quincy revealed the ghost using its senses. Capture a photo of any successful reading on an EMF reader and get an average sonotile below 25%. Hooray!
That's like a demonic Mickey that's like, I'm going to eat your soul. Ha!
That's the best I could do. I'm sorry. That's all I had.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was wonderful.
Sure.
Spot
sure.
on.
So now it's just going to be a quest to find the impressions that I definitely cannot do.
Oh, man. Next, I'm going to start making you
Impression of
combine stuff.
Mariah
I need
Carey.
you to do Dolly Parton singing a song, but doing this intro.
Okay.
Gary! Where's the ghost that we're using in songs? Gary! Capture a photo of any successful written on an EMF reader.
See, I thought you were going to go like 9 to 5 style on it. I wasn't ready for that one.
Gary 925.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, let's go in here and try to live. Maybe.
All right.
No promises, though. Woo! That's funny. All right.
What do you mean, no promises?
I don't know. The mic clipping is so good. Oh my goodness gracious. Sweetest Spitfire, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. This man is a gem. He should be protected at all costs.
No power downstairs.
I will go upstairs and get said power.
Roger that. You want me to? I'm on my way. I can get it for you.
I mean, if you want to come up here and turn it off and back on, you're more than welcome.
Well, because you said that, I am now going to do that.
All right, go ahead.
Fine, I'm totally good. Oh no, the power! turned on. I am going to turn it on now.
I recorded everything.
You. Okay. What?
No,
what?
what?
happened?
I've heard
It's
nothing.
something you were laughing. I felt like you were laughing at me. Like you were laughing at me.
Oh my god! Since when does Phas look so good? When did it look bad? Finding the room based on the temps is going to be a blast. See Doc in VR someday. Maybe we'll convince him. Yeah. Hey, what up, H2O? How are you?
It is 6.5 degrees, 5.5 degrees in the attic that is basically not.
I was gonna say, but it is snowing.
Oh.
Arnaz, thank you for the 60 months. Oh my god. Be terrified. Drifters! I haven't heard anything. Nothing. Oh my god. Thank y'all for the primes. Drifters, hello. What's up, Arnaz? What up, homies? Boner Jam? Is that a rat? I think I heard a rat. Wait.
All right, how about 5.3 degrees at the top of the stairs?
Oh yeah? What about Ghost throwing a picture frame here in the front?
Okay, you win.
I'm ready to record. Sorry, that was me just looking for food. That's okay. Currently replaying through, ooh, Red Dead 2? Let's go. Yeah, Sauce, you just have to watch for 2 hours. Yep, you watch for 2 hours and then you redeem it on here. The link is pinned inside of the chat. And you're good to go. Did you check for the breaker in the bathroom? There is no breaker in the bathroom. No, the breaker's in 2 locations here and we already have it on. Yeah. Let's do this. And for protection, one of those. I'm not convinced where this ghost is. It's near the front. I just don't know where. You're very welcome. Make sure you get a tripod down to stop these hunts. Roger that. Hey, we have dots. It just dotted all over your back. Ew, now it's going for the front.
Hi.
Where are you?
Yeah. Well,
Are you
the
here?
whole shebang.
Ugh. Where are you? Ghost in the kitchen. Oh, well, it's dotting right here, though. We saw it in our face, so we know it's not a Goryo. We can go ahead and mark that off. Excuse. Oh, it was levitating. That could have been a photo. I don't have a photo camera, though. Lurking away. I appreciate the lurk, dude. Thank you. Did they get rid of the option to record flickering lights? I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, it disappeared. It just shrewd a book.
Roger that. Are you okay?
I'm a little traumatized.
Any paper cuts or?
Well, it didn't throw it at me, but you know, I do feel like it threw it because of me, and now I'm a little sad.
You know what? You should maybe write that down in your diary.
I would, but it threw it.
So we've got do we have anything else, Flash?
Not yet. I'm gonna come back for more stuff. Hey, Maxie, how are you? What the?
Roger that.
Emotional paper cuts. Learned the other day that you can record the car on Tanglewood going off as an interaction. Yeah. There's still some things you can't, though, which is a bummer. Photo camera, crucifix, motion sensors. Okay.
Photo camera.
Oh, the motion sensor.
You sound tired. Are you okay? Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's just saying hi. Damn.
Okay. All right,
Whoa.
that's fair. Oh, hey, whoa.
Ready? Dots photo.
Walking
3, 2, 1. Oh, it walked to you. Never mind. Oh, footsies.
UV!
UV. Okay.
UV. And it's not mimicry.
Okay.
It's awfully UV.
All right. EMF cleanse. We have a phantom, by the way.
Roger that.
Evolve, welcome in. Nightfall, thank you for the follow.
What makes you think so, Flash?
Well, let me tell you. So I took a photo of said ghosty during the red light event. The ghost disappeared while the red light event continued.
Oh, well, shy ghosty woasty. All right, do we have
Brownie.
do we have a bone yet?
I did see the bone. I haven't taken a photo of it yet. It is in the back, where the one power spot is.
Bone in the back by the power spot.
Bone in the back by the power spot.
Gonna go get the bone in the back with the power.
I just make myself laugh. Boner in the back.
Boner in the back. Wait. Do you mean where the power actually is, or where the power sometimes shows up?
Where the power sometimes shows up.
Okay, roger that.
I saw that. Yeah. Dude, chill. It just turned that light on. Ghost needs to relax. Can't wait for the character customization. Yeah, me too. Me too. Listen. Speaking of I had seen an ad for Angry Orchard having like some thriller pack, so I got it.
Really?
And, yeah, it has Jason on one of the cans.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try them yet, but they look great.
Cause this is Thriller.
No, not
and
that.
I'm
Not that. No.
getting trashed. Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh. I recorded that and it didn't record that.
Oh. I took a picture of it.
Okay. Oh, hey, how are you?
Oh, we might want to delete that.
What are we deleting?
Oh wait, no, I got the dots ghost. We have
Let's go.
footprint, translucent ghost, bone, crucifix. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I'm gonna drop this before I take any irresponsible pictures. Ooh, that sounded dirty. You know what I mean.
Boner in the back.
Boner in the back.
All right. What else can I get audio of? Hold on. Fire extinguished, paranormal. Another cruci bite would be good. Doc, what? You heard the man. You'll say it twice.
You know the one way to get the ghost to do a cruci bite, right?
How's that?
Oh no, I was asking because I figured you knew.
Oh. Usually if you count to 4, it'll usually do it.
A 1, a 2, a 3, 4.
Are you the ghost?
That boop, boop was not what I had in mind.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. All right, come on. Autumn, thank you for the 6 months. Polar, thank you so much for the sub. Boner in the back. You better record. There we go. Got it. All right, sound complete.
Nice.
We need 3 Vitchos. We have object thrown and object thrown. Let's go. Oh, can we delete one of the object thrones, please?
Yes. Object thrones.
I know exactly what he's referencing with that countdown. A 1,
Delete
a
it.
2, a 3.
That took me way longer than it should have, but it's deleted.
You're doing great. I mentioned you're doing great. Son of a.
You know what? This is a team effort. We're doing great.
Whatever makes you feel good.
Okay, well that made my positive statement feel a little less warm and huggy.
Oh, the ghost likes warm hugs.
Hey, you like warm hugs?
Probably.
I hear that FlashForce gives the nicest, warmest hugs you can imagine. He'll breathe in your ear. It'll be great.
Ugh. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Oh God! Oh God! Get out of here! Get out of here! You sicko!
Is that better or worse than mouth sounds?
I don't know. I think it's very close.
Well, I've discovered something today.
Now listen, what if I do like a trick shot? What if I take this crucifix and I throw it and then it eats it in the air?
That would be impressive. I would be certain.
Ready for this? Here we go. Dang it. All right, let me try it again. Where'd he go? Is that the one? Yeah, this is the one. All right, let's try it again. Oh, it didn't count. I hate it here. God, I hate going for the frickin' ghost. Stupid frickin' That wasn't English.
I was excited. I was happy to see you, that you were unharmed. Okay, that's.
Aw, thanks, man.
Jeez.
I went to get the recording of the ghost hunting and it didn't happen. Bing.
I went to get the recording of the ghost and it didn't show up.
Bing. Put this like this. There we go.
Oh wait! I've got a button for that.
Got it. Ghosty's over this way now.
I do. Oh. Thank you for the scary music.
You're welcome.
I'm pushing. Yeah, I screwed that up.
You're doing great, sweetie. Oh, I did it again. Do you already have this? I don't know.
Hi. Okay. Friendship rebuffed again.
Firelight blowout, please. Now and thank you. Please now and thank you. Oh, it farted on you.
That's no good.
Nope, already got that. Yep, get that out of there. I agree. Does it count as a video recording a teammate died? Correct. Yes, it does. I have a feeling it's going to hunt before it does anything else.
I think we're gonna be all right. You
think so? Oh, no. You have a smudge?
You know, if you listen really carefully, you can hear the ghost when it's warming up. I don't know if you knew that.
When it's warming up? What's that sound like?
Oh yeah, when it's warming up, when it's getting ready to hunt.
You guys are screwed.
Thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Well, that was cute. Wait, it's over there. Oh, you son of a biscuit.
You okay there, good buddy?
For now. Probably not for long.
It's all gonna be okay.
No, we're not sacrificing anybody. No, not gonna do it. No. Why do you use tier 2 incense instead of 3? I don't want to stop the ghost in its tracks. I just want to slow it down a little bit. All right, I'm grabbing another smudge. What the hell? All right. I'm bringing another dot. I'm gonna bring. Oh, we could get salt too. Oh, we never took a photo of the EMF.
Okay, well, that sounds like a me job. I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Will the video camera record on the tripod? It will. Yep. So I'll probably stick another camera in there and the dot. I could also try to do salt. Yeah. Crypto, thank you for the 9 months. He's a baby. He's a baby. Oh. I do already have that photo, right? Yeah, okay. I couldn't have got that photo, wouldn't have been helpful for me. I mean the video. Luma, thank you for the new sub. Welcome in. Riley, thank you for the follow. All right. I'm probably gonna go put this in there and then I'm gonna run for my life. Actually, I'm just gonna go run for my life.
Okay.
Sounds good. It could stalk, so I do need to be careful. Hey, it's hunting. Doc, you okay? Where did I hear him die? Is that over this way? Doc? Doc, old buddy, you okay? Oh, there he is. Oh, that's compromising. Whoop. He's just so eepy. Okay. Well, you know, it's a thing. That's for sure. Talk no. So anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and go. We're just gonna bring you back. You just turn Doc into a turducken. Turducken. I turned him into a turducken. Mission accomplished. I put the duck up your butt. All right, going Phantom and leaving. Didn't even get the video. Listen, we didn't get the photo with the video. I'm not going to sit here and try to perfect game when my friend is dead. Okay? Our mission, bring him back. So here we are.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
You all right? You want to talk about it? Is that a no?
Wait, am I talking right now? Can you hear me right now?
You are now.
I think there's something when I transition from the map back to the lobby that screws up my sound. I don't know
That's
what it is.
100% possible.
It's probably a feature.
I think so.
Okay. Ridgeview.
Ridgeview.
I like Ridgeview. There's
Me
a
too.
refrigerator.
This
You
is
can
where
hide behind it, grab some
Steve's
snacks.
began.
Steve's. Welcome to Steve's. Can I take your order,
It had to
please?
start somewhere. Classic Steve's.
Chicken, burgers, fries.
Death.
Yeah, death. Got a
Little
side of
death.
death. Death sauce.
Little death sauce. Ooh, that sounds hot. Who am I playing with? I'm playing with Mr. Documentary.
I've actually got death sauce.
I know you do.
Blair's
and you
Ultra death sauce. Yeah.
and you torture yourself at all times with it.
Well, I mean, it tastes good. The
Who-
pain
for the
isn't
board.
great, but it tastes good.
Right. All right. Let's see. This time, who do we want?
Okay.
It's like a jukebox.
Hit me. What?
Like a jukebox. We're a request for a song.
A jukebox? I don't know what that would sound like.
No, I'm
does
saying
a
like we're
jukebox
requesting a
sound like?
song, but really we're just requesting you to talk like, yeah.
I thought you wanted me to do an impression of a jukebox. I'm like, I got nowhere to go with this.
No, that's not what I mean. Oh, there. Okay. Randy Savage in a Slim Jim commercial.
Okay, let's try it.
Oh, yeah. Case 424, Elizabeth Barton. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna capture a video of the ghost. Then after that, you're gonna capture a photo of any successful reading on an EMF reader. And finally, if you're up to it, cleanse the area near the ghost using incenses. Oh, yeah.
You didn't say snap into a Slim Jim. You didn't say snap into a Slim Jim.
And Objective 4, snap into a Slim Jim.
That's right here. It says Objective 4.
There.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. But you got to do all the other ones first.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to accomplish the first 3, and it's a secret mission. Export throat.
Objective 4.
Objective
Slim
4.
Jim.
Snap into a Slim. Watch, it's gonna wait. What's the ghost name? Oh, Elizabeth. It can't be BJM. That's unfortunate.
Holy cow, I just got some feedback there. Wow, that was weird.
Doc's very talented. He is. Jade, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Ghost, welcome in. All right, onward. Onward. No cards. No mirror. No board. Boner in the piano room. Always look for hiding. Always. He's a very talented man.
What? You're killing me. Hey, I found the bone.
I think I accidentally set my DPI to 5,000. Hold on. All right, that seems better. All right. Is that better or is it too fast? That's too slow. All right, that's better. It's okay. He's just getting a workout in, that's all. Bone saw's ready.
Bone saw's ready.
What does he say? I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Hey, freak show. You're going nowhere.
All right, Ghosty. What do we have? Spit in the ear. Ew. Is that downstairs? I thought I heard... We have a monkey paw, by the way.
Roger that. Can you wish for a big sack of cash?
Oh, I'm so glad you said cash. I was really concerned. I thought I heard something get thrown. No? 9, 8,
turned on, Sir Flasherson.
Oh, Roger, Dalak.
Roger.
Oh,
Stop.
stop it, Ron. Stop. I heard a window. Where did I hear that window? I heard a window knock. Did I? I'm losing it. Bathroom. Upstairs. Mom, bathroom.
Roger that, on my way. Don't leave the room till I get there. What do you
You say don't pee in the room till he gets there? Thank you for the follows. LS Robbie, Lonely, welcome in. Hello, Trolley. Spider-Man references for the win. Damn right. All right. That guy, I'm going to check for UV because it hit the window, and then we're going to do this. Game on. Oh, he's being hunted. Doc, are you mentally okay?
yes. That seemed awfully quick.
Wait. What the fuck? What the? What? 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 I'm so confused. Why did that seem like a mare ability? Is it possible to record videos to the outside windows? No, it's not. Okay, my confusion level has arisen.
Yeah, that seemed fast. But
That definitely seemed early.
I took a Sanatar, though, and it allowed me to take it, which means my Sanatar was low enough to take a Sanatar.
To take a Sanatar. Sanitize. Okay. I'm gonna go try to safely bring things into that room.
Okay.
Had a spicy banshee in this map and it somehow threw the book downstairs. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, that happens all the time where it'll do it through the floor. It's not meant to happen, obviously. All right. I trust you're gonna keep me alive, okay?
Oh yeah, I don't have a smudge.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Never mind.
Oh wait, yes I do. Sorry, I lied.
Where are you? Are you here? Oh, wait till Doc steps away. Where are you? Are you here?
Right here. Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, it's
right
here.
outside the
Are
door.
you close?
Yeah.
Are you angry?
Nope.
Is that a no?
No, not angry.
Not angry. Roger that. It did step in the salt, but it's not
So.
walking.
You don't want to give us your little footsies?
I don't think it does. Shay, Oliver. Appreciate you guys. Hello. Why does it go sound like Doc? I don't know.
Write in our book, Ghost.
You got it.
Oh my God, let's go!
Said you-
Aha, I'm a genius! I knew that was gonna happen!
Is this a demon? Let me step away. Ultraviolet,
Right,
ghost
step
riding,
in.
freezing. Watch it be freezing, demon, and just taking a million years. Oh, my nose. My nose hurts. But Mare is still on the table. Mare is still on the table. Spirit box and orbs, but I didn't have those. So confused. Is that a new voice? Who, Doc? Or are you talking about the spirit box? Unless it double evented. Well, it can't do an event while it's doing an event. All right, I'm going to grab smudge. We have writing, I have a feeling we're going to get freezing unless I actually got a mare ability. And then it's just spirit box is being really weird and not happening. Bless you. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Yeah. Dog sound like Siri. Let's bring this guy, that guy, and this guy. What do we got?
Nothing. I forgot a flashlight, so I'm gonna go get one.
Oh, okay. Roger that. Do you have to bring the equipment back to the truck before you leave? No. Nope, not at all. Ghosty's taking a share. It can event twice in a row. Correct, but it can't. It can event back to back, absolutely, but it can't event on top of an event. That it can't do. So we have that. There's no effing way, dude. Where are you?
Sorry.
Did I just get it twice? I'm pretty convinced we have a mare, Doc.
A mare, you say?
I'm pretty sure that earlier I got it to do the ability while it was eventing on me, by the way. And then I just got it to do the ability again.
Okay. We still only have ghost rating, correct?
No, we also now have spirit box. Shay, thank you. It's a spicy meatball.
You wanna
Here,
make a
let me
sound?
here. You want to if you ask the spirit box, you can get a recording.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah. If you leave it on the ground, throw the spirit box on the ground, and then have the recorder recording, and then ask a question.
Where are you? Are you near? Can you give us a sign? Does Jake have elbows? Why are you like this?
All right.
I totally messed that up. Okay. Where are you? Come on! Wait, can you speak for longer, please? Where are you? Where are you? Gotcha, idiot! Okay.
listen, you're getting a little spicy, all right? Relax.
Yeah, that was
Relax.
a lot.
Already have a photo of EMF? Nope. Said idiot. Got a picture of the monkey paw.
Nice.
Did I find the bone? Did we find the bone? Hey, Zara.
I didn't find it.
I also
And if
did
you
not
didn't
find it.
that means we didn't find it.
Oh, we're bonerless. Oh, no. Oh, the piano room. Oh, we did find it.
Not sure I'm prepared to go that far.
Forgot it was by the piano. Hey.
Phone located.
We need a video of this stinky, by the way.
So what else?
Abby, thank you so much. Zara, welcome in. What?
Are we tempting fate? It seems like we're tempting fate.
I'm just grabbing the video camera.
Okay. Oh.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Oh, biscuits and butter. Did you already have that? I don't know. I just went for it. Motion sense, ghost writing, groovy. It pooped. Got the video, by the way.
Nice.
want to go for a thrown object photo. Let's go. All right, where did it go? There it is. All right, go back upstairs. Really wants a hug. She does want a hug. I'm gonna set a 60-second timer so I know she's getting close to.
Wait, so why are you back in here? What
Are we
doing?
done with videos?
I mean, I suppose we don't have to be.
Hunting, shadow, riding, motion, light switch photo. Damn. I mean video. You know what I mean. Night Raptor, howdy doody, friend. It's not doing anything. I'm scared, Doc.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I will squire thee about this house with my smudge in hand.
Oh, get squired on.
Prepared for anything that may present itself. Ghost, I hereby challenge thee. Show thyself.
It's over here in this hallway, Doc. I'd be extra careful.
What?
I said it's over in that hallway. You might want to be extra careful, SpongeBob.
Roger that. I am now on the stairs where I'm.
Hey, Mew, welcome in. I'm gonna get another smudge. I'm retrieving another smudge. Would you like anything?
Can I get a number 5 seasoned curly fries and a Coke?
We've sent our DoorDash employee to come deliver the food. She'll be there in a minute. Alright, she should be near you. You might just yell out to her and say hello. She's having trouble finding your location. Can you please let her know you're there?
Roger that. I see you're doing alright right now. I guess we'll let you have no fries and a Coke and contact.
See, like the ghost is hungry too. It is. Tabasco Chipotle mini bottles. Oh, those. Oh, I do like that. Oh, this is yikes. It's the temps are cold there. I don't have the video camera. That just really sucks.
Well timed.
Ghost wanted some Doc giblets.
Wonderful song.
Thank you.
Video camera, and this really sucks.
Got it. Hey, we still need 2 audios.
Roger that. I will go get 2 audios now.
Hey, how are you?
God, I thought you were outside. Jeez.
Just 2 guys, and we're having a good time.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
Superstar leaping through
Through
the
the
sky
sky like a tiger. I'm not even. Listen, there's nothing happening here, Blondie. How dare you? I could get these 2 things. So if it eats the crucifix, I can go ahead and nab the audio. What? What? Hey. That was creepy, a little bit. Whenever she does that, like, hey, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like she has like her like, oh, wait, oh, sorry, hold on, 1 second. All right, we got it. Oh, it sounded like a game.
Yeah.
It sounds like, it sounds like she... she's out of here. She said, that man is mine. You okay?
Well, your DoorDash is here with your food. If you could please put your hand out in the air.
Would you like something from the cold menu today? Frosty or...
Oh, look at the moonlight bouncing off the boards. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that nice?
Another audio recording or...
No, we have literally everything.
Oh, that's good information to know.
Alicia, welcome in. Lack, thank you so much for the sub, man. Sam, thank you for the 3 months.
Wow, you looked impressively demon-like and red.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well played, though. Good job. Doing great.
No, what I was saying earlier, that there's that. Wait, I don't think we have the recording of it, do we? Wait. Oh, no, we do. So if you listen to the second one, the paranormal talking.
Okay.
Tell me it doesn't sound like she has like headphones on and she has like one hand to one of the headphones and she's like, all right, I'm ready. And then she goes to. Hey. Hey, Supernova, welcome in. She's really getting it. She's auditioning. Listen, she can join the Breath Boys anytime she wants.
Yeah. Jeebus lost his spot.
He has. We've given him so many opportunities. All right, I'm ready to go with Mayor.
All right, roger that. Mayor it is.
Just pure terror. Absolute horror. He's done that before. Done what? Oh my God. ED16, welcome in.
Look at that. It was a mare.
How many times did it do its ability? Twice. I did two.
Probably those times you were talking about.
Well, I flippery doodad the switch and it did it. And then I flipped the switch again later and it did it again. Literally 2 for 2.
Flippery doodah. Flippery doodah.
Flippery day. Hey, Beach Hop, welcome in. All right. Where are we going now? I feel like you got to make the choice. It's yours.
I have to make the choice, huh? Well, I mean, since we've been doing farmhouse stuff. I haven't done a Bleeze in a while. You want to do a Bleeze?
Yeah. Like a good old Bleezy. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, it's connected with Lumia stream.
Easy. Yup, and Bleezy.
Sure.
Let's go.
Fleener, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back.
All right.
Yeah, I was very unaware. I guess I didn't know that the mayor could do its ability during an event either. I guess I never really thought about it.
Thank you for telling me to prepare accordingly, because I was planning on preparing unaccordingly.
I mean, either way.
We can use the cursed object to our advantage, by the way.
To our advantage. Oh, wait, we didn't do the thing. All right, let's see. Who do we got this time? Ideas?
Okay.
Anybody? Give us a second. Morgan? How do you get drops? All you have to do is watch for 2 hours, Joshua.
Right now.
You're sizzling? Silent Bob. I hate it here. It? Ooh, it could be good. Do you think you could do like a good Pennywise?
Like the new one?
Yeah.
The new Pennywise or like the Tim Curry one?
The new one.
I don't know that I can.
What about Squidward?
I don't know that I can do a Squidward. Like, wait, Squidward's
okay, what about
like
Bobcat Goldberg?
Goldthwait?
Oh, whatever his name is. Yeah. His name is Goldberg.
Yeah, I'll try
Maybe it is
that.
Goldthwait. Yeah.
That. Okay, here we go.
And I just got to say before we do this, my poor wife just got home, and this is the first thing she's going to hear out of my face.
It's fine. It's fine. She loves you for who you are.
So here we go. Here's 425. And we're right. Captain the photo of the ghost, and then I detected presence of motion sensor again. Cleanser and closer to the ghost using your senses.
That's probably the best one you've done yet.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was just picturing like Police Academy. That's all I could think of the whole time.
I've been cultivating my bobcat for.
Oh my God.
That sounds.
What is the movie?
You
Was
know
it?
what I mean?
What is the movie with was it literally like Ed the horse or something? I don't remember what the heck it was called. The movie with the horse.
Mr. Ed?
Was it just Mr. Ed?
With the bits. I don't know.
I think he did one with a talking horse, and that's literally this voice the entire time.
Well, I mean, when you got a bobcat, you got a bobcat, right?
2
Okay,
hours
maybe we
is
don't.
crazy.
Maybe we don't.
Watching something for 2 hours, then you get something for free is crazy. I mean, shit. How long do you watch things to get things? Is it like you watch something for 2 minutes and then like someone hands you $20?
All right.
It was
Let's
Mr.
go.
Ed. Just the whole time.
See, I gotta work on my mic levels. I guess I'm cutting
No,
out
it was good.
pretty
I loved it. It was good.
consistently. Okay.
It was so good. I'm going with a smudge just to be safe. And we're going to go in with a parabolic. Oh, the movie's called, oh, you know what? Correction. I've been corrected. It's called Hot to Trot. Yes. Man, I remember it for some reason on TV. That's what I remember. Drawing and listening. I'm so sorry. His poor wife, by the way. We have a Waluigi board. Map is this Bleasdale. Power's on, by the way.
So going around to the back to look for the power is futile.
No, you're gathering knowledge that the power is there. I think that makes sense. It's very muffled. I can't hear you. My bad. Skip-a-dad-dap-a-dee-dee-beep. Did some quick research to see Bobcat Goldthwait. Oh my God, man.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Ryan.
Oh.
I heard that. Oh, dogs are outside barking.
I think we have an area here.
Ah, get areaed on.
Oh, maybe 4.9 degrees.
All right.
4 degrees.
Roger that.
There's a shoe in a hanger on the ground.
What is my favorite ghost model? I don't know if I have a favorite model. All right, off to the truck to retrieve things. You hate this map? No, I love this map. I love the revamped maps that they've done so far. I think they're great. You love BGM, especially when you're crouching. Stop. That hasn't happened in a really long time. Mayor, don't bring that up. Listen, that was devastating. I agree with Mayor. Stop it. No, you don't. I sent you the trailer in a DM. Wait, what trailer? Slow. Didn't John Candy do the voice for the horse? Did he? He may have been. Man, it's been a really long time since I've seen that movie. But it's one of those things where like your brain is just full of information it probably doesn't need, but you have anyway. Yeah, it's one of those. Oh, for Hot to Trot. Oh, thank you. Here, we'll do ceiling for this one. Because this one's good. Look at this. Lovely. Sweet. Garbage brain. Just full of so much crap. Strategery.
Almost sensually, but not.
But when someone asks for a random little tidbit of knowledge, you just hit him with it. He did do the horse voice. Okay.
Ghost, can you give me a sign? Where are you?
I think it just called you old. Yeah, and the parabike had said old. I swear to you.
Why are you like this? How old are you? You want to get in my face about things? Where are you?
Yeah, I think it does want to get in your face about things. Go on.
Yeah, I guess.
John Candy's son. Is he really? If he is, that's pretty effing awesome. If there's another game with Doc, can you have him try a Gilbert God? Oh, yes, we can. Hopefully he has time for another one. Yeah. Do I have to stay on the tab the entire 2 hours? Just have the stream playing it? I'm pretty sure as long as it is a focused tab, like as in the tab is open and just on a screen somewhere, you're good to go. You should be fine.
Let's not do this. Let's do
do that right over here.
All right, because all right, I'm correct in saying our only evidence is dudes so far.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If we leave or it ends before the 2 hours, does our time carry over? Yeah, it will carry from stream to stream. As long as it is Phas and they have drops enabled, you're good to go. And the entire drop campaign, I have been going rating 2 other Phas. So that way, if you're just coming in and you have just started going for it, you can continue going for it to the next stream. Yeah. Just mute the tab, not the stream. Yeah, there you go. Yep. There you go. Thank you, Scal. All right. I have a photo so I can take a picture of Doc and his best friend.
Hi.
Hi. All right. You guys get together.
Please.
Got it. The way he's I don't know why he looks crouched. It looks like you're holding him.
You are my special angel.
All right. Wraith, Oni, Goryo. So that's either an Oni or a Raiju.
Wait. Oh, EMF 5.
Yeah. No fart yet,
Not a
though.
Wraith.
Not very eventy. This might be a Raiju. Motion sensor, incense. Okay. How do you open the media page out of nowhere? You just open your journal. Open your journal and then go to the tabs. I had a stream running in the background while playing games and earned the drops for it. Oh, there you go. Different for other games. Yeah, it should be this. I mean, it should be the same across all of the Tweesh. So it should be okay. Oh my God, my nose. It's going to fall off my face. I'm fine. We need media. Okay. We need this. We need this. We have no video. We have no
Just
audio.
gonna go ahead and grab this floor smudge.
Floor smudge.
Floor smudge.
Speaking the other day, the concept of cosmetic equipment add-on, keychain or thermo. Oh, you mean like Rainbow Six? Like something dangling off of like the lantern? Oh, watch out for the smudge. Don't want to burn it. Listen, I'm sure that there are ways. Oh, can you do that again, please? That's an easy recording. Let's do this. All right, this over here. We're going all media, baby. All media. I have all of them. All right, I've already got the... Okay, got the audio of that.
Boopity boop.
Pop, 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 pop. Heap it to boop. What time's the stream start on Sundays? It starts at 1 usually. Boob explosion?
Boops. Oh, I could do a boob explosion. Here we
Okay.
go. All right, ready? This isn't gonna make sense to anyone who's in Flash's chat, but all right, yeah. Boob explosion. Done and done.
There's a sound recording didn't turn off when you cycle the
So
inventory. I
basically,
know.
we love the entire animal kingdom, is what we're saying. Oh, pushed.
Got it. Got it. Audio recorder is done. All right. I could get possible dot video if it wants to cooperate.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I got this. If you're happy and you know it, make some dots. If you're happy and you know it, make some dots. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. Got it?
No, missed it.
If you're happy and you know it, make some dots. If you're happy and you know it, make some dots. If you're happy, if you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, make some dots. Please. Oh my God. That is not how you make dots.
Are you sure?
It's not.
I feel like it's definitely one of those you don't know till you try kind of things.
I might go.
Ooh, object thrown. Got it. We need 2 more. Fire extinguished, object thrown, motion sensed. I could do a door move. That'd be great. Hey, what up, Rocky? If it wants
Sorry,
to
say
do
that
it.
again. I saw something shiny.
Oh, no, you're okay. Filling the Alt-2, trying to get all the stuff in the things. If it wants to cooperate.
You want me to get the audio? Or
well, we already have the audio. Do you want to do video or photo?
Oh. Okay. I will do. Wait, you've got video? I don't have a camera.
Yes, you do.
I can go get one.
Yes, you do.
Oh. Okay. All right. So what am I going to take a picture of? Tell me.
All right. Well, you've already got dots and you have EMF. So when it eats the crucifix, you can do a photo of that. We could find the bone.
Okay.
You could get a photo of the cursed possession.
Okay.
So those
do we
3
know
you
where
could
any
do.
of these things are?
Yeah, Ouija board is inside of the living room. The bone I can go try to find right meow. And
All right, I will go get the Ouija board. I will also quest for the bone.
Roger that. Oh, you could ask the Ouija board for the bone.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm ready for the crucifix. I need 1 video, right? Yeah. Hey, Tiger, you're good. No worries. All good, man. You're never late. You're right on time for you. Hey, what up, Kim? Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, peeps. Oh, I could. Hey, have you asked the board yet?
finish with the board. The bone's in the garden.
Oh, the garden. It's a botanical. Totally forget about that every time. Thank you, Michigan. It's too late now. I'll wait for the crucifix burn again. All right, he's in the garden. All right. It's a Raiju. Off to play a new game. Juju, have a good one. What are you...
Acquired along with photograph.
What are you playing? Roger that. And I recorded a ghost fart.
Nice. Do we have anything else to do?
We have all the sound. We have all the video. We have 1 more photo to get.
Gotta get another photograph.
Yeah. Cruci, that's what I'm going to go get right now. Hey.
All right, I'm gonna. Yes.
Cheese.
Oh,
Nailed it.
got it.
That should be everything. Except for this.
Nice. Oh, well, hold on. Wait. I will get.
Look
There
at that.
we go.
All right. Well, someone bought new
Vols
flowers.
party.
Welcome to the Vols party.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to the Vols.
Welcome to the Vols party. It's in the botanical garden. I got Josie. We're good. You're doing
How
great.
does he chuck the vases so well?
I'm not gonna be able to get it either.
This-
Hold on. Watch.
He's gonna do it on the first try. Distance. Oh my god.
You know,
Why am I
sometimes
even here?
Sometimes you got it,
What is
sometimes
my
you don't. You know.
purpose? Yeah.
In the words of Glaze, you know, sometimes maybe
The
good,
don't-
sometimes maybe sheep.
Yeah. The don't doesn't feel so great. Let me just say.
This is we didn't excuse me. Cleanse the area near the ghost. Apparently my cleanse didn't do anything, so we gotta go do that.
Wait, is it an Oni or a Raiju? Did we figure that
It
out already?
farted on me, so it is a Raiju.
Oh, yeah. Because Onis can't do that.
Damn, Onis
Okay.
can't do that fart stuff. There's some sturdy
All right.
vases. They are.
Are you prepared to cleanse?
Roger that.
Okay.
Might as well bring the other one. Might as well. Hi, Maya. Came in to see that awesome landing. Listen, I wasn't expecting to actually get it. If you're happy and you know it, dust your stuff.
If you're
Happy
happy,
and you know it, dust your stuff.
do a thing.
Sorry, my kids have been watching Full House nonstop.
If you're happy and you know it, do your tax.
You might be able to get the cleanse without even having to hunt, honestly.
So you want me to go in the room and just spin around a lot? All right.
I mean, hopefully near the ghost-ish.
The ghost closed the door. It might be occupied. Should I just barge in there?
I would.
All right. Okay, I'm doing this.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
A ghost. Get smart style.
It worked.
Inhale all of my vapors. Inhale them.
It worked.
Let's go.
Heck yeah. Map name, this is Bleasdale. Oh, ghost fart inbound. There it comes.
Running.
There it comes. Right down the hallway. There it goes.
Not Noni.
Dissipating.
Not Noni.
Not Oh. Yeah, this map has been out. The revamped map or version of this map has been out for a little while now. For sure. Welcome in. Hello. Chuckasy, thank you for the 2 months. Hello. Okay.
Right.
That's it. That's a Raiju. Let's get out of here.
That is a full book. Yeah, let's
It is full. We might be able to talk into doing one more. I think we could. I think it's possible. Tanglewood is next for revamped maps. Yes. Yeah.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Give me those sweet
Look at that perfection.
dollars.
So many ghost dollars. Hey, Pax, how are you? All right. Do you have time for one more, Mr. Doc?
I got one more, and then I gotta go.
Then you gotta go.
And then we gotta go.
Well, that's a really big shoe. And that's play repo. Have fun, man. Let's do a tangle.
In the tangle.
Do a tangle.
I am prepared. I am ready. I am psyched.
Psyched? How psyched are you?
Precisely 3.
I'll take it. 2K's crazy money. Well, this is just higher difficulties.
You were going to do the cutoff thing,
No,
weren't you?
I was
That's what
not.
that was.
I very
You were
purposely.
setting me up. You were
No.
setting me up to cut me off.
If I wanted to cut you off, I would have done it, but I didn't do it because I didn't want to do it.
Hey. Flash.
Talk.
All right.
All right. This time, you know what? We're gonna. I think we could pick another very exaggerated voice. We have one in mind.
Okay.
I just need to remember who it was. Oh, Gilbert Godfrey, please.
Oh, okay. All right.
Case 426 M. Rhodes. Get an average Sanitar below 25%. Capture 2 unique paranormal sounds with a sound recorder and detect a ghost presence with a motion sensor. Oh, that's a surprise.
I think I heard someone say one time it's the reason he looks the way he does. And they're doing the impression like, why does it look like I just got lemon juice in my eyes?
That's a surprise.
That's a surprise. My God. Lovely. Absolutely beautiful. I think that's why we've been successful, you know. Bring all the things. Doc narration is quite priceless, if I can say so myself. Did I just have my breath here? Or was that just light anomalies? Did you flippery dude all this light here in the foyer?
I sometimes, you mean the one right in the front door? I sometimes put that one by default. Okay, that could have been.
We have orbs, by the way.
Raj, where are those orbs?
Those orbs are out here. Tuck if there's a shade. A little bit. They are basically right behind the couch.
Roger that.
You bet there's not a ghost in there? Okay. I like your style. I like your style, but we're going to put some motion sensors down so we can track the ghostie's footsteps. So we do that. That. Oh, ghost fart inbound. Ah, it dissipated. Son of a... Yeah. I don't think it's a shade. But you never know. Crucifix, audio recorder.
Alrighty. I'll grab one of these here thingies and one
Alrighty
of these here.
then.
Alrighty then.
Oh. Oh, there's a sound. I think I recorded it, but it's dead silent.
Are you near? Are you far? Can you talk to me?
No.
Where are you?
Danger voice.
Are you close?
No.
Near.
Yes.
Are you far? Can you give me a sign?
The ghost lit up the house like a Christmas tree on Christmas morning.
And there weren't any presents to be had. Where are you?
Wait. Hey, did you have the garage light on?
I did not. So it's not a mirror is what you're saying.
Well, no, it's not on right now. I thought I heard a switch.
Oh. Well, the power's on.
I don't know what that sound was.
Oh, ghost rating. It's the sound of ghost rating.
Oh, I missed it. Biscuits. ONZ, thank you for the 3 months.
So it's
Me too.
So it's a mare, a rev.
Oh my God. All right, sound is done. All right, so we have orbs and writing. Mare Revithe. Oh shit. It's watching us. Oh, I have another crucifix in my hand. Let's put this one there.
Hey, Flash, you've been taking photos?
I was getting audio.
Okay, I will take a photo of the book and a photo of the bone, if I happen to find it.
Trying to be sneaky. FlashForce. All right, I get it.
Wow, I'm just hanging out. What are you doing? Do we have motion sense? Oh, we don't. Oh, don't want that. Want this. It's a Revy and it's fine. Oh, what the? Excuse me. Okay, fine. I'll bring in another camera. So that broke. Not a Revy. It could be. You never know. Motion sensed.
Well sensed.
Door moved.
Our cursed object appears to be the box of music.
Oh, I love the box of music.
Yeah.
It's my baby.
Is it because you
Sugar
can't
and
break a
spice.
daylight with it, or?
No, that is not why.
All right, so I can't take a picture of a lantern going out, right? That would
No,
be
you cannot.
Okay.
All right. If Ghosty
Find a bone, though.
if Ghosty shows up, I'll be in good shape.
All right. Be careful.
All right, roger that. I'm gonna turn that off so it doesn't do the thing. I've got door move that. Oh, it blows this firelight out. I can do it. Hey, blow that out. It's probably because you killed Break. No, it is not. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Ghosty, blow out the firelight, please. Nope, it's a Thay. We'll put that there. Ghosty. Does the mimic have writing? No. What?
I'm not seeing anything bonerific so far.
Oh, okay. Well, let me turn on the TV. Maybe it was something on there. No, nothing. Didn't pay the bill.
I'm not sure. Yeah, well, or it's a channel that you probably shouldn't subscribe to.
Oh. No, that's why you go to the in-between channels.
Roger that.
Snaw will come in.
Never mind.
Yeah, oh yeah, I could get another writing book if I need to. The fact that it hasn't blown out this once is super sus. Like, there's no reason for it. Mayor Revy Thay, like, it's not... Did I just hear Ghosty throw something in another location?
What was that? What was? What?
I thought I heard Ghosty not around here.
I don't know.
I think it changed rooms too. Possible nursery?
So I've come to a conclusion.
Go on. What up, dog?
When Chiba the Hutt shows up in someone's chat, he waits for you to say something awkward just so he can repeat it to you. Oh!
Give me a second. Let me go to a safe spot and then I'll be able to hear you. I'm sorry, you were saying? They're not real ears, they're fake.
You okay there, Flash?
Yeah, I'm okay. Oh. Stop itching it.
Doors just kind of went
Are we done? Sorry about the feedback. I'm sorry. It's because I pulled the headphones off. Sorry, Mrs. Flash walked in. I was trying to say hi.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, I still need a video. Oh, okay. We need a video and 2 photos. Okay.
Okay, tell Mrs. Flash I said hi.
Oh, she walked away. I can't anymore.
She's standing right there still, isn't she?
No, she's not.
like
That'd
right
been
there.
really
And
funny
you're just saying-
No, she's
oh yeah,
not.
she's gone. She's gone. Can't possibly say hi to her now. I think she's in Kansas. I think she's in Kansas now.
Listen, I'm not going to go run upstairs, okay? My God. Sorry, I'm thinking for the 7 months,
Okay,
Finn.
just
Thank you
know
for
the
the
limits
8
of our
months.
friendship. It's okay.
I need you to calm
It's good-
yourself
it's
down,
good to know
sir.
the boundaries.
You're
It's good to know the
getting
boundaries.
awfully antsy in the pantsy, and I need you to not be so brownie frowny with your oopsie poopsies. All right.
So you're saying that I need to be more happy crappy rather than brownie frowny.
That's right.
Okay.
That's correct. Happy crappy.
Crappy. Got
All right. So you need 2 photos, and I need a video.
Okay. I'm going to take a photo of a burning crucifix
Okay.
and also a photo of another thing.
Okay. I am Snull. I'm everywhere. It definitely sounded like it came from over here, though, right?
Sure. Can I take a picture of that? No.
No.
Okay. I got really
But I can get video of it, though. Oh, ghost fart. Hey, Mr. Blue. Yeah, you could, yes. I believe in you. That's right. You're about to get a cruci photo really soon. Does he have EMF already? No. Hey. Hey. Get that cruci. Yeah, get that cruci. Get that cruci. Okay, now get this EMF. Get that EMF. Good job.
Done.
Bam. We might need it to hunt again. I think it's a mare, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. I got to check the speed again.
So when we're left with a mare and a thay, what is our course of action in terms of figuring it out?
Letting it fart on you. Oh.
Well, that was accomplished. We did that. Song clap.
Speeding up a line of sight. It's a mare. And I'm also pretty sure I just got the mare ability. Pretty sure I got the mare ability. Yeah. I'm fairly certain I got the mare ability again, Doc.
After that.
It also sped up with line of sight, so it can't be a they.
So when we were hiding behind the counter, I went to crouch next to you, and I was pressing the Hunt Showdown crouch, and I'm like spamming the button. I'm like, why am I not?
Why is it not
crouching?
working? B, thank you, friend. Oh my gosh.
Stupid Phas must be a feature.
Stupid, stupid.
Oh, it's me. Skill issue, as Papa Smurf would say.
Oh, don't listen to him. He doesn't know. All
I
right.
just admire him so much.
Do you? do you?
That was harsh. You do?
It's just a question. I don't know why you're taking it to heart. I mean, do you? Like,
No.
he's a great guy. All right. Mayor. All right. Let me do this. Okay. Nightmare due to all these mares.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Frickin' heck, dude.
Wow, look at that. Cash monies.
Catch
Well,
monies.
thank you, Flash.
Thank you, Mr. Doc.
Are you continuing on from here, or
No, I will probably also be departing to go find another
Okay.
friendo as well.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. Do we want to do a cheeky little a co-visitation of somebody, or?
We can if you want to.
Yeah, let's do a cheeky little co-visitation.
Okay. John Mayer. All right. If you want to DM me who you thinking, I will pull up the old Discords.
Okay, let's
All right.
see who we got. All right. And in the meantime, I'm gonna play some music for everybody here
Okay.
to listen to. I'm gonna play them the Billy Story song.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. This has nothing to do with Phasmophobia.
All right,
this has
listen.
everything to do with Hunt Showdown.
Listen, as I say, you play them the song, and then when you find somebody, I'm gonna leave this lobby and then DM me, and then I will prep it, and then you
Roger
we
that.
we do the thing.
Roger that. All right.
Thank you,
Bye,
Mr.
Flash.
Doc. Bye, Mr. Doc. Drifter. Excuse the hell out of you, dude.
It's ready for you.
Guys, make sure you're following Mr. Doc. Mr. Doc, our beloved. He is such a homie. I love that man. Drifter, thank you for the subs. Holy hell. Holy hell. Button's getting pressed, I guess. My God. Guys, I'm going to end it in the other places because we are about to go find someone to raid. But TikTok and YouTube, thank you guys so much, as always, for all the love. Thank you so much. I'll be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day for drops for me, by the way. Last day. But thank you, thank you. Oh my God, Drifter, you mad lad. Thank you so much, man. Holy shit. All right, let me end that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I had so many mares today. I don't know why. Crazy talk. All right, let me get Discord open. Nikki, have a good one. Thank you, guys. No, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Tomorrow we have the weekly. Oh, that's right. Slow sent me the trailer. I forgot about Hot to Trot. Tara, thank you for the Prime. Welcome in. All right. No, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. We'll wait for Mr. Doc to give us who he's thinking, and then we will do the things. All right, hold on. We are messaging. Your stream on YouTube went dead. That is correct because I said that we were ending the stream over there. Yeah. Yeah. Has it been 2 hours? Yeah. Hell ads. Yeah. They need to put that light out? Wait, what? I take it you're going to do the Goodwill another time. I think I'm going to wait for tomorrow so that way we're not making Doc have to sit there because I know that he's trying to get out of here too. So I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do it first thing. As soon as we start stream tomorrow, we'll do the wheel for sure. 100%. Yeah. All right. But let me make sure that Doc and I are on the same page, which I think we are. Aw, Shrek, thank you, friend. All right, we know where we're going. We've got our target. Guys, if you're not already in my server, that is where we are whenever we're not on stream. And then I obviously post to the rest of the socials. So make sure you guys are following along on all the things so you know what's going on. All the things. Thank you for the follows. There's been so many follows recently. It's crazy. Thank you, guitars. All right. We have our target. No, thank you guys. You all are amazing. You know, someone brought it up. Juju brought it up earlier today. And it really is something that I think helped me mentally when it comes to creating content, but especially streaming. That idea of appreciating the people that are here and not thinking about the people that are not here. I think it's something that helped me a long time ago. I don't even remember where I heard it from, but it's something that has helped me ever since. Not worrying about who's coming in and who's not going to be here. If somebody's not here, there's a million reasons why they might not be here. They might have another favorite streamer they're watching. They might be busy. They might be doing this or that. If you sit there and worry about it, man, it's going to drive you nuts. How long have I been streaming? This year will be my 5th partnerversary. Yeah. Oh, hey, Carly. Good to see you, friend. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Don't you dare apologize to me for being a lurker. Do you realize how much of a lurker I am? I most of the time when I'm watching a stream, I'm not saying something. most of the time it's this like social presence thing where in my head I'm thinking if I say something, I feel like I need to continue conversation. But really what I'm doing is I'm watching streams while I'm working on things. So then if I say something, I'm locked in there and I'm not working on something. When I was like, I really want to work on this edit or really do this while I'm watching the stream. If I say hi, I have to continue to talk. So I try not to. I try not to. And I just sit there and watch. It's like I don't necessarily need them to know that I'm there. But I'm there and I'm watching and just hanging out. Yeah. Buy energy drinks in 3 weeks. That's cool. Lurker is the backbone of trim. Yes, it is. I would agree. It's hard not to interact and say anything. Correct. Because I really want to. I really do love the atmosphere of Twitch. Like I love everything about it and wanting to talk to people and hang out and stream. Not like I'm definitely one thing I don't like to do. I don't like to stream hop. I don't like to go to someone's stream, say something, leave, go to another stream, say something. I don't like that. I personally like to find a stream and just hang out for a while. And then like, hey, I'll see you later. I'm going to go hang out, blah, blah, blah. Then I go somewhere else maybe and go find another stream. I love having stream going while I cook or work. I edit video for a living. Like that's my job. And I still will watch streams. If I have to listen to the audio that I'm editing, I will mute the stream. If I don't need to listen to the audio and it's just like me doing selects or B-roll or something, then I can have stream open with the audio running. And then I can just keep watching stream while I edit. Yeah. Not drawing at the same time. Right. Listen, we are all a big bag of lurkers, man. It happens. Thank you for the 4-month prime. I appreciate you. Out of the skate park usually. Ooh. I don't see streams most of the time. No worries. That's pretty bad. That's pretty badass though. Pretty badass. No, Jenny, we got it. No. Doc and I arranged it. No, everything is good. All right. Bunch of ghosties then, aren't we? I think we all are. We all are. Listen, man, everybody's busy bees. We all got shit going on in our lives. There's a lot of IRL stuff that is happening for everybody. Having someone stream open and lurking while you are busy, maybe you're watching stream kind of in the background while you're doing something, is still really awesome. The fact that you took the time to do that and you want to try to pay attention to a stream even while you're busy is pretty awesome. So never feel like you ever have to say something in someone's stream unless you want to engage. If you want to lurk, frickin' lurk. Never say a word. I have people that will come in sometimes and be like, hey, I just felt like I wanted to say hi. I've been lurking the stream for the past 2 years. That's awesome. That is freaking great. Love it. Don't ever feel like you have to say anything. Watch stream at work if I have nothing to do. Right. I do the same thing sometimes, Boomer. Yeah. Having a stream going but not watching it. You just have the audio playing almost like it's a damn podcast. I do that too. Sometimes when I'm working out, I'll have a stream open on my iPad over like in the other room while I'm working out. Because I just enjoy watching. I was working on a blanket while I was watching. Hell yeah. I chase around the mini-me. Oh, God. So you really have a million things happening at once. We were, the wife and I, it's so funny. Our kids, our youngest now is 7, but like we were talking about little babies and stuff like that. And we're like, you know what? We're totally cool not going back to that stage. We made it through. We're fine. Tend to listen to the VODs while doing the dishes. I appreciate you guys watching. And that's why I try to have a little bit of everything everywhere, whether it's here, whether it's on YouTube. I have a VOD channel that is so that people can watch the entire stream, the entire damn thing if they want to, and not watch. Because for me, a viewing experience, if you're watching something back and you can't interact, especially, I think YouTube is a better experience for that. So that's why I made the VOD channel in the first place. It sort of became an archive. So that way you can go back and watch a stream from a couple years ago if you want to. You can't do that on Twitch. Yeah. While we're working on the night shift. Yeah, we all have our ways, man. It goes back to the same point we tried to make the other day about balance. It is about balance. What works for you while you can still be productive and do whatever it is that you need to do. You know? Balance. Oh, sausage. And sausage. Yeah, there's that too. Can't find any Rocket League VODs, Flash. Where are they? They might not have been saved. I didn't start saving VOD song until like, I mean, it's been a couple years now, but before that, I really didn't. Could we link the VOD channel? Yeah, there's a link for it. If you do !VODs, but I can put it in the chat. Yeah, my VOD channel's right there. All right. Now it is time for us to go raid. It is past 4 o'clock, which is usually our cutoff time. They're under the FlashForce 4000 account. You know, technically there are Rocket League VODs. It's just going to be attached to our celebratory streams. Having a separate YouTube channel strictly for VODs. Yeah. Yeah, it's an archive. It's just a way for me to keep it. I don't want to do it to my normal channel because you have to understand, like, content brain wise, it's not good. Because if you're just uploading full VODs after they're done to your YouTube, the watch time is going to be ass. Because if you have a 5-hour stream and somebody watches for an hour or two, maybe not even, your watch time is going to be garbage. Thank you, Divine. Yeah. Cheebs is a Phasmo main. He is a Phasmo main. Is there a command to see how long I've followed? Yeah, you should. It should whisper it to you when you do it. The algorithm. Yeah. Yeah. My VOD channel, I don't have that channel for the hope that it's going to get a crap ton of notice and views and all that. That VOD channel is literally there just for archive purposes. So people that sub to it are just wanting to watch the VODs. Yeah. How long are we live for it? Not for very long. No, we are literally about to go raid. Yeah, but I'm about to go raid into more Phasmo. So if you're looking to get drops, you still get that opportunity. We're about to take you into it. Started uploading VODs just for me. So the VODs live forever. Right. I mean, somebody like Kill literally records every single one of his streams. I think he has recorded every stream he's ever done. I don't do that. I just have to go do the VOD stuff. He is insane. He is insane. Still sad my follow age is wrong. I know. It's stupid. Canico, if you do ! VODs, has a billion terabytes. I know. Dude, I forget how much he said. He said that he had this massive hard drive, though. I don't have the space for it either. Yeah, I also do not have the space for it. Yeah. All right. Let's go raid. My friends, if you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, that's for you. If you're a creepy little tier 3, we got one just for you. Doc has already raided. We are now about to do the same thing. We have one of our amazing friendos that is live right now doing Phaz, so we're going to go say hi. Thank you guys for all the support always, man. If you are here all the time interacting, if you're lurking, if you've never said a word here, but you just like to watch and hang out, thank you. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you all for the subs and the bits, all the follows, all the raids. I appreciate it. Why do I join when you're ending? I don't know. That sounds like an internal question. That doesn't sound like a me question. Oh, thank you, Splat. I appreciate you, homie. Yeah. Thank you, guys. And we are now even closer to the possible Mrs. Flash Day. We have a couple streams. I think we have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The last 3 streams of the month. So we'll see what happens. But guys, thank you so much. I love you all. We are going to go say hi to the amazing Break of Daylight. Break is an absolute homie. Absolute homie. I appreciate you guys. Tito, hello. Thank you, Savage. I appreciate you. You guys are amazing. I will see you later. Bye. Thank you, Doc. Love you.